Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
None are better than this one. The best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick
he is.
Mahomes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Dom Pellegrini, ready for an awesome Thursday night show, Dom. So much good stuff in the break room. We have a brand new Diamond Series, 5 speed flexes in it. We have the return of Deion Primetime Sanders in the break room. It's been a hot minute. An incredible purple chrome Justin Jefferson. We have a chrome Saquon Barkley. There's just so many good names in that Diamond Series. Come and get that, guy. Should be an awesome series tonight. Just dropped it right when the earlier show was getting off. So brand new series. Everything is out there. Still got some good stuff left in the vault. The Emmitt Smith Speed Flex is incredible. How about that new 1 in 4? We got ourselves the GOAT Tom Brady on a triple rip speed flex. Patriots, Bucks, Michigan Wolverines. It is glorious, if you ask me. My guy Steph Curry's in that series. Nikola Jokic is in that one as well. Connor Bedard, The Undertaker, Chipper Jones, Austin Matthews, superstars across all the sports, and even Harry Potter is in that series. That is actually true. Blitz reps are still loaded. So much good stuff on the break page. Cannot wait to get started, Dom. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Happy to be back here in the break room. Got a brand new diamond and the return of the 1 in 4. Got Tom Brady and the WrestleMania GOAT, The Undertaker. Harry Potter, you said it's going to be a great show on this Thursday. Let's get to it.
Yeah, I have a mix of a lot of great stuff. I'll get the show started. 2 virtual dice looking for 6 or higher on the dice roll. How about 2 and a 6, 8 on the dice roll? 8. My lucky number. Should be an awesome show tonight. We do have Alex as associate producer runner in the background as well. Alex Neatling, you'll see him on the UA After Dark show. And Sundays at 3, right, Alex? That should be fun. So we live names. Let's see what the chase is for tonight's program. Show me something good. Chase item of the prime time show. How about the vault? The vault, which by the way still has 7 headliners and 17 boxes, plus 4 vault keys left, including the 300, if that sounds good to you guys. $300. Definitely as good as a headliner. $300 plus the helmet. So we do have a jersey prefill. We'll get started with the jerseys. And then once we get caught up, maybe I'll do a rundown at some point If you're wondering what's left in the series, though, do not hesitate to ask. Dom and I are more than happy to let you know. I know that diamond break is getting close too, Dom, isn't it?
1 to go.
1 to go on the diamond, so that should be a lot of fun. So first down jersey coming up. Jersey single number 15. Go ahead and drop me a box number. That would be Christopher DeLuna, Aaron Workman, Ty Percival, Timothy Edgett, and Ashley Tuggle here. So who's got a box number, guys? Yesterday in the early show with my guy Rip, we're talking about how in my shows, Dom, box number mojo works. Every person that called a box in the noon and 3 p.m. show yesterday, a box number, got a headliner.
There you go.
Every person that didn't call a box number did not get a headliner.
Well, now you know. Don't miss your chance.
So please participate. PARTICIPATE. Did I spell that right?
I think so. Sure.
That was good, yeah.
If you spell it fast, and people are like, yeah,
It sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, see, I even got Alex impressed. Here we go. Ash, what's up, Ashley? Ashley T. Tuggle with 4. Thank you, Ashley. Gotta be honest with you, we've had a few new customers the last couple days. Ashley, what's your squad? I don't think she's brand new, but she's relatively new. I do not know her football team yet. Also, drop us your basketball, maybe baseball, hockey, soccer. We don't discriminate. We love all sports in the break room.
This was Ashley's second order with us.
We don't actually have box 4, and we don't have box 20 either, Timothy. Numbers are scrolling at the bottom of the ticker. I feel like a weatherman pointing here, Dom. But jersey numbers are 8 through 12, 14 through 16, 18 and 19, 21, 22, 24, 25, and 29. So no 4 and no 20. So I need another number for the jerseys, guys. Ashley's a Steeler and Texan fan. Celtics, LSU, and Astros. That's quite a array of teams right there. So we get a lot of Steelers in the room. They're one of the most popular teams we get in the break room. We get a lot of Celtics too. Could obviously get Larry Bird quite a bit in the room. LSU, Jay Chase, Jay Jettas. We do actually currently have Jefferson on the Diamond Speed Flex, Joe Burrow on the Mini in the Can't Miss jersey and Mini, and Jamar Chase in the Vault. So not college helmets, but LSU guys in the break room.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking for Steelers right now. Hines Ward in the Blitz reps. A beautiful Rave helmet. Mr. 1000 as Dom and I call him, right?
You know they're hiding out in the diamond somewhere.
100%.
Probably Hines Ward or Mean Joe Green in the and more section, possibly.
So 6, Ashley's not on there either, but 11 is Timothy. Thank you, Timothy. 11 works. 5th time's the charm. We did it. We did it, Dom. What's up, Derek? Says evening, Kamen and Dom. What's up,
Derek?
Mr. Kissinger? Thank you, Alex. Jersey break coming up. The first of many boxes tonight, guys. Should be a super duper busy show here on a Thursday night. Typically, it obviously varies show to show, week to week. There's no absolute science. Nothing in the break room is science, Dom. But on average, Thursday, Friday nights tend to be the busiest nights of the week. So looking forward to a very, very busy show tonight. So what's up, fellas, says Tom. What's up, Tom?
What's up, Tom?
All right, we got ourselves 8 clicks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Vault single. How close is the vault single, Dom? And just a reminder for everyone out there watching, you can go to ultimateautographs.com, refresh the break page, and you can see exactly how close the breaks are.
That's right. 4 to go.
4 to go, though. Box 11, 11 out of 30. Timothy in the NFC North, looking to be king of the North. Timothy NFC South. Ty Percival, NFC East. Ashley Tuggle, NFC West. Ty Percival, AFC North. Christopher DeLuna, AFC South. AFC East is Aaron Workman. AFC West is Aaron Workman. So, obviously, Brady's worth the most money, Derek, but just looking at that Vault series based on aesthetics, my favorite helmet in the series, hands down, Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, that camouflage.
So, I do think the best helmet is still left, unless you're one of those money grabbers. If you just want money, obviously Brady. But hey, if you want money and you want Brady, we have a Brady helmet in the 1 and 4 that is way better than the one from the Vault, Dom.
Yes, sir.
So I'll look at that one here maybe after this break. It's very, very clean.
I do love that Emmitt Smith though in the vault. Got the camouflage, and I love that the blue visor. It's got like a purplish vibe too to it.
It's beautiful. You know me and the blue visors, Dom.
I know.
I love
that's
me
your
a good
number
blue
one.
visor. All right. Well, I did mention this earlier. Box number mojo's real in my shows. While this is not a headliner necessarily, this is a box call from Timothy Edgett, and it's a full moon yesterday. How about bad moon? Andre Rison.
Nice.
A very nice jersey, PSA certified on that jersey. NFC South, Timothy Edgett, a former Pro Bowl receiver, Super Bowl champion, more than 10,000 career receiving yards, and of course, the best story about Bad Moon Rising. If you haven't heard this story, well, here's a little education. This one, Dom, not fabricated at all. Theismann stories aside. Bad Moon Rising, Andre Rison used to date Left Eye, the former late great singer. And unfortunately, there was some sort of little dispute. Left Eye claims that he cheated. He claims that she was jealous of his Nikes. We don't know exactly about who did what, but she tried to burn his shoes. That was apparently just a goal, burn the shoes. Well, the whole house went with the shoes.
Ouch.
Once you start playing with fire, you might blow up. So his house got burned down because allegedly he cheated. So just be careful, gentlemen out there, ladies too. Don't cheat on your significant other.
Don't do it.
It's not worth the risk. Whether it was for sure over that or not, even the thought of potentially thinking someone cheated will cause people to burn down houses.
Right. And if you do, don't leave your shoes there.
Yes. No. Don't leave the shoes there. So nice jersey right there. I know for you, Dom, he was a Super Bowl champion with the Packers.
Caught a touchdown in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, the game.
He was worth it, too, because his best years with Atlanta, I actually looked up his numbers, didn't do much with the Packers, but in the biggest moment, I think he was injured partially, too.
Yeah, I think it was only like 5 games, but Brett Favre's the most iconic shot of Brett Favre's career is when he takes off his helmet and he's running down the sidelines. That was that touchdown to Andre Rison in the Super Bowl.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
He's Sparty too, right?
Yeah.
Michigan State? Yeah, Michigan State guy. The $300 vault key's out there, too, says Derek. Sure is. $300. I never say no to that. You want a little bit of $300 gift cards just raining here in the break room.
Don't forget the full-size helmet that comes with that $300 gift
Yeah,
card.
people seem to forget that it's like, well, first off, usually those full-size helmets are, not the biggest names in the series, but they're, if not worth $300, close to it. And we forget about that helmet oftentimes when we have that gift card. So nice comment. You and Dom sprinkled the luck. Rising. Tim, in my opinion,
A little sprinkle.
real men make their own luck. You call the box number, you get the credit for the luck.
There
I
you
will
go.
take no credit. Dom, just a little sprinkle, but I'll say 2% me, 2% Dom, 96% Timothy Edgett.
I was watching the Food Network earlier, so sprinkle a little something.
Don't make me hungry,
a little
man.
salt.
You know what tonight is, right? Thursdays?
Oh, you get the homemade meal when you get home.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Beyonce's mom comes over on Thursdays, so it's like the highlight of the week. She always cooks for us, so I can't wait. I heard there's rumors of some sort of pulled pork being made tonight, so I think I'll be okay.
When are you going to get the Joe Theismann inspired Sloppy Joe recipe with the peanut butter in there?
Oh, that's a good one.
Uh-huh.
That's
Joe Theismann.
Theismann, let him know,
Him too.
Alex.
Yeah, him too.
I would grab a spot in the 1 and 4. Yeah, let me show this off real quick. They taught us in journalism school, don't bury the lead. Well, I think, Dom, tonight, I'm going to ask you like your favorite helmet here in a little bit, but I'm really going to ask you your second favorite helmet because I think tonight there's not much of a debate because I think like not only because of player name, also the look of the helmet and the value across the board, the Brady helmet is hands down the best thing in the break room right now. I mean, look at this thing.
All of his teams.
Look at this thing. The entire career tells the story of the greatest quarterback in the history of football. Maybe the greatest North American athlete of all time. We have the Patriot rip. We have the Michigan rip, the Bucks rip, the TB12 logo. There's so much going on this helmet. It's worth easily over $3,000. You find the right buyer, it could be worth over $4,000. I know for a fact, though, you can get this in the 1 and 4 for, I think it's as little as like 200 something in the single. What's the price point? It is 204. $204 or $3,000 to $4,000. That Brady helmet is nuts. So yeah, I'd get in that one. 3 spots to go in the single, and then what's great about the 1 and 4, it's a 4-spot break. We always say if it's halfway there or more, the break flows out pretty quickly. Well, we knock out 2 spots in the 1 and 4. It's 2 to go, and it goes very quickly.
Yes, sir.
So let's do a rundown. Nothing else is full, or is the diamond full?
Still 1 to go.
1 to go. Okay. Well, let me show off the diamond in the 1 and 4 then maybe we'll do the rundown afterwards. Here's that diamond that's 1 to go. Look at this Justin Jefferson, man. Ever since I started working here, Dom, my appreciation for the color purple has skyrocketed. I know you're going to hate to hear this as a non-Minnesota Viking fan, but that Viking purple is stunning. Hit the gritty Justin Jefferson. We're talking about arguably the best receiver in the league. This lid is worth easily over $1,000 in that $1,500 range, maybe more to the right buyer. Very, very clean speed flex. I think Justin Jefferson, by the time he retires, he'll be number 2 all time in receiving yards.
It's possible.
And if that's the case, that value is going to go up, up, and up. Jefferson is arguably the best receiver in the league. Jamar Chase, obviously great as well. I think at this stage right now, going into this season, as great as Derrick Henry is, I think hands down the best running back right now is Saquon Barkley. Beautiful chrome speed flex, 2-tone, the green and the white for Saquon. That thing is insane. So still got Brett Favre, your boys in here. Deion Sanders on that beautiful cowboy lunar speed flex. LaDainian Tomlinson speed flex. Alex's guys in here. And I'm not talking about a line. You know who I'm talking about, Alex. Steve Young.
I saw his name.
He loves Steve Young. Bijan Robinson raved. Lad McConkey. Charger fans, Tomlinson and McConkey speed flex. Those 2 combined together worth over $2,000. Get him for less than $200 in that double. Myles Garrett, Ray Lewis double up in the AFC North for some defense. Got some great secondary headliners too in here. Alvin Kamara, Brian Urlacher, Jim Kelly. How about that? AJ Green and Brian Thomas Jr. Is that sold out?
Yep, ready for you.
So Diamond is coming up, guys. Diamond is coming up. Right now, I would say 1 and 4. The Diamond and the Vault are the top dogs in the break room right now. Diamond single number 1. Go ahead and drop me a box number. We got Marisa Dombey, Sean Davis, Tom Kozich, Julian Andrade, and Justin Booth. So we're getting the single vault, baby, says Ricky Johns. I believe it, Ricky Johns. Ricky Johns is Ricky Widmer's doppelganger. They're both Viking fans. And they both like hockey. So they have a lot in common.
Nice.
I don't think both think the Panthers are making the Super Bowl, though. I think that's just our own Ricky.
Yeah, it's probably,
Yeah, it's probably just him. That vault single, by the way, 2 spots to go. Marisa in here going with the steroid box. 25. This will be nice and juicy, Marisa. 25 coming up. That is the first of many diamond boxes tonight. First of many, I'm going to say. I'll give you the Andre Rison, which will go to Alex here shortly. All right, Marisa, Sean, Tom, Julian, and Justin. Good luck, guys. Ladies and gents. I got to say this to the gentlemen out there, Tom. I'm going to call them out. I'm going to call out my own sex. Step up, men. Marisa's taking all the helmets. Step up. Step up. The ladies in here running the break room right now. You're making all the men look bad, everybody. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 clicks. Just him for sure, says Ricky Johns. Just Ricky Widmer. All right, Tom Kozich looking to be king of the North. You've got the NFC North, Tom. How about Brett Favre, Justin Jefferson? Some good options out north. Marisa, NFC South, NFC East, NFC West, AFC North. Julian Andrade, AFC South. Justin out there in the booth, AFC East. And Sean Davis, Sean with an SHAWN, Davis in the AFC West. Good luck, guys. Onside kick diamonds. Don't really see the onside kick much anymore. You can't do it until the fourth quarter, and you got to announce it or
Yeah,
something,
I don't
Dom.
like
I
that.
hate that.
Takes away, the element of surprise. One of the best, plays in Super Bowl history is the surprise onside kick, the
play.
Saints.
Yeah, as a Peyton Manning fan, I hated that
Yeah.
play. It was an awesome call, though.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Those are one of those calls as a coach is where if you get it, you're a genius, and if you don't, Sean Payton's probably fired, the next day?
Right?
I mean,
That's
maybe not
way
the
it
next
works.
day, but he is, that whole offseason, he is getting a lot of hate on the ESPN show.
Yes, sure looked like a genius. Onside kick, 25 coming up, 25 of 30. Good luck, guys. These are all authentic helmets. We know the authentics are worth the most money, have the biggest names on them. So it's the best bang for your buck, the authentics. Kind of fitting our guy Alex is working here tonight. And this is, I say best helmets in the Diamonds. This gentleman would be, probably the Anmore section, if not photoed in a jersey or a mini break. It's the not even listed section in this case. It's Jameson Williams on the Lions authentic. J-Mo going home to Tom Kozic in the NFC North. The king in the North.
Yeah, boy,
the
Tom.
king in the North. Over 1,000 yards receiving last season. Jameson Williams. And he's got something you just can't teach. Speed, Dom.
That's right.
He's a beast.
I know last offseason in training camp, Dan Campbell said he was a man on the mission, and he was right, over 1,000 yards. Looking to see what him and St. Brown can do for an encore this season. I mean, he's just getting started. That was his first season where he played the entire football year, and can't wait to see more of Jameson Williams.
I will definitely bet on this guy.
He should sit out the games against the Packers, though.
I think you meant the Bears.
Well, if he sits out against the Packers, that's fair, too. That's fair. I'll let that happen.
I mean, he's a guy that you actually saw it in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago. That touchdown run against the Niners where he just exploded.
Yep.
It was incredible. He's just incredibly fast.
If he didn't tear his ACL in the national championship game, he's probably a top 5 pick, top 6 pick. I mean, he's the first wide receiver taken in that draft.
And
no
Bama could
doubt.
have won the game, maybe.
That Alabama team was crazy.
Uh-huh. So nice lid there, Tom Kozic. This is the Anmore section. Not photoed, not secondary. That's how good the Diamonds are, folks. That is how good the Diamonds are. Evening, UA. Hope things are well, says AD. Doing great, man. Doing great.
up, Adam?
Headliners left in the vault. I can show them off right now on my graphic. I'll show off the 1 and 4 and the Diamonds as well. Adam Vault headliners, in my opinion. Again, I know Brady's worth the most. He's the best player. But the best lid in the series is this one, Emmitt Smith.
I love that lid.
Awesome, snakeskin, desert camo with that, different shade of blue visor. NFL's all-time leading rusher, the greatest cowboy of all time. That is the best lid left in that series. We got a double up potentially in the AFC North. Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase. Both guys at the top of their positions. George Kittle, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry. I would say Henry's a top 2 or 3 running back. Chase is a top 2 or 3 receiver. George Kittle a top 2 or 3 tight end. And you can make a case for all 3 of them being number 1. So some of the best players in the league in that series. Edgerrin James still out there. LaDainian Tomlinson, who still has the single season rushing touchdown mark that will maybe never get broken. And we have a Drake London who was top 5 in receiving yards last year in the secondary headliner section.
Michael Penix, who's also in the 1 and 4, they asked him about Drake London, his targets. He's going to have a lot of targets. And Michael Penix basically said, oh, yeah, he's going to have a lot of targets this season.
Speaking of Michael Penix, here's that Michael Penix lid. The beautiful red and black Rip Speed Flex. Very, very clean lid for the young quarterback for the Falcons. Now, turns out, in retrospect, the Kirk Cousins deal was not the smart move, giving Cousins all that money. And I actually, I think Kirk Cousins overall a little bit underrated, but anytime you're an older quarterback coming off, surgery and a really gruesome injury, maybe you shouldn't pay him that amount of money, was what Atlanta did. And I think they almost kind of realized it. They're like, well, we're kind of taking a risk with Cousins. Let's get a little insurance policy. And turns out that the insurance policy is now the starting policy.
I do respect it, though. They obviously signed Kirk Cousins. Then during the draft process, they fell in love with Michael Penix and thought, man, this could be the quarterback now and the future. And they thought, you know what? Let's take the chance. Let's take the risk. And now I get it. Financially, with Kirk Cousins on your bench, it doesn't look good, but at least you have your quarterback for the next 10 years, hopefully.
They definitely do. Speaking of quarterbacks, the greatest of all time, Tom Brady on this ripped Michigan Patriot Buccaneer Speed Flex, the TB12 logo on there, the beautiful visor. Again, this is worth north of $3,000. Could even be worth closer to $4,000 for the right buyer. Marisa says, Kamen, I'm supposed to always get the NFC North. Not this time, Marisa. Not this time. Vault's coming up.
Yes, sir. Ready for you.
Real quick, 1 and 4 names left. Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. Connor Bedard, the licensed jersey. Nikola Jokic, the best player in the NBA today. Mookie Betts, one of the most exciting baseball players. Chipper Jones, Hall of Fame third baseman. The mailman, Karl Malone. The Undertaker, Mr. WrestleMania on that sick belt.
Rest in peace.
There we go. Magic Johnson as well. The Magic Man on the basketball. And look at all these secondary headliners in here, too. LaDainian Tomlinson, Steve Young, Steve Carlton, Barry Larkin, Shaq, Jason Kidd, Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe, and Mike Madonna as well.
You a wizard, Harry. I'm a what?
I love it. Vault is coming up. We got Derek Kissinger, Cole Carnamark, Richard Johns, Timothy Edgett, and Ricky Johns. We have a Richard and a Ricky Johns. He's under both names, which I love. Vault single coming up. Single and ready to mingle. Go ahead and drop me a box number, guys, for the Vault. It's going to be a fun show tonight. I can already tell. We'll get the momentum going early. Already moving on the breaks. It's going to be a busy Thursday night. Busy Thursday night in the break room. I'm going to get that 1 and 4 cooking, too. I think the 1 and 4 is one of those where, once we see 3 or 4 boxes, it just erupts completely, Dom.
Yes, sir.
And it's only a 4-spot break.
I love the 1 and 4.
Yeah, it's great. It's my favorite series. Box for box, the Diamonds. I know we have the Speed Flex series, but I'm an all-sports fan, and the 1 and 4 has all the sports as well as some unique stuff like Harry Potter. So I love the 1 and 4. Blitz replica helmets, they're moving pretty good then, to be honest. We just have a lot of stuff that's kind of stealing the show right now. 20 from Tim. Thank you, Tim.
I love the reps when you have a Tom Brady Speed Flex that looks like that in the 1 and 4. Sometimes, tension gets a little distracted, but the reps still loaded with headliners, too.
The Diamonds have all the headliners left as well. I just think there's too much good stuff right now, which
reps were getting some action, though, yesterday.
Yeah, the reps are moving. I mean, they're close, too. 20 from Tim on the Vault. 20, the Barry Sanders number. 20, 20, 20. Derek at 26 a little bit late. We're going with 20 here. Thank you, guys. Let's keep the breaks rolling, man. It's a good start. A very, very good start here on a Thursday. We got the car on cruise control right now, Tom. That's what it feels like.
I love it.
Cruising here in the break room. All right. Good luck, gentlemen. 8 clicks for our spots. All right. We got ourselves 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Timothy Edgett's got the NFC North. Derek Kissinger in the NFC South. NFC East is Richard Johns, Cole Carnamark. NFC West, AFC North, Richard Johns, AFC South. We got Cole Carnamark, AFC East, and Ricky Johns, AFC West. Let's go. Opener magic, says Derek. It's real. The starter magic is real. We got 20 coming up. 20.
Good luck, everybody.
The Barry Sanders number, 20-0. What do we got here? What do we got coming up here? Oh, there's a cloth bag, Tom.
It's a good sign.
Usually exciting.
If you watch the show long enough, you know that's a good sign. I guess the Easter egg.
Oh, this is a great sign. This is the best of signs. The NFL's all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith on the Speed Flex.
Woo!
The beautiful blue visor, the snake skin, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the greatest cowboy of all time, the only cowboy ever to win the MVP, Richard Johns, NFC East. You got yourself Emmitt Smith, my man.
Richard, congratulations. Or Ricky, whatever you prefer. Nice hit, my friend.
Well, he's always going to play as Richard from now on. because he wins more with Richard than Ricky, apparently. So this is an awesome lid. I mean, the only Cowboy ever to get the MVP, 3-time Super Bowl champion, a Super Bowl MVP, a league MVP. Like I said, the best Cowboy of all time. That 90s Cowboys team, I know their offensive line was great. I know they had a great coach. I know they had a good defense, good quarterback, great receiver, whatever. Without Emmitt Smith, they don't win 3 Super Bowls. Plain and simple.
The only MVP, Cowboys history.
That's right. So very cool. Congrats. You talk about a Kamen, and it appears. Poof! Magic.
I need some boots that look like that.
Yeah, you do, Dom. For all those weddings you go to, right?
Have a little snake skin.
Yeah, right.
Nice, yeah.
So nice hit, says Derek. Very nice indeed here on the Emmitt Smith.
Nice hit, man.
Man.
I love the camo on there, but the visor too. Damn.
Yeah, see, I'm getting on blue visor territory, Dom. And you're getting converted.
A little purplish in there as well.
Yeah, it's like a
indigo, right?
Yeah, it is. Depending on where you look at the helmet, very clean on Emmitt Smith on the flex. Richard had what? He had a few spots in there. I think 3 with the Ricky one. Paid about $300. The helmet worth
it.
Probably more than 4 times that.
Well worth it.
So well worth it, Ricky Johns. You are Emmitt Smithing here in the break room. Very cool. Very cool indeed. So we have a jersey break coming up.
Yeah, just Justin. So Justin, if you want to drop a box number, that's Owl. You'll see him in the chat. A barn owl is his name in the chat. Yeah.
Does he like owls?
And I was like, who is that? And I was like, oh, Owl who? And
He must like Hedwig from Harry Potter. That's who's gonna get the Daniel Radcliffe.
Man, that was.
I sound like such a nerd tonight.
No, I love Harry Potter. So you're good.
Okay.
That was a tough one. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When he went, I was like, oh,
Tough.
Yeah,
Tough.
Because I didn't read the books. I wasn't expecting that.
Yes, says Ricky Johns, the Cowboy Goat, Emmitt Smith. Yes, indeed. So Justin Booth, I'll give you up 18. There he is. Oh, a barn owl. There he is, 18. You weren't kidding, Dom. 18. All right, that's foreshadowing to Justin Jefferson and the Diamonds, who is the best 18 right now in NFL. I do love Caleb Williams, but Jay Jettis takes that shot. So 18 coming up, 18 out of 30 guys, 18 out of 30 in the first down jerseys.
No.
So, actually, I don't have to randomize anything. It's all Justin in here. All Justin in here.
Good luck, Justin.
18 of 30. Ooh, okay. We got a Hall of Fame offensive lineman. It's Mr. Jones, Walter Jones. I love these retro Seattle Seahawks jerseys. Like Ricky Waters wore these back in the day.
The silver helmet.
Very clean, right? The silver helmet with them. JSA certified. Dropping the cert here, Dom. But very nice on the Walter Jones.
I believe 1995 draft for Walter Jones.
Let's double check your work. If he gets this right, he gets kudos. If he's wrong, we laugh at him, Alex. 97? Or was it 97? 9-time Pro Bowler.
Damn it, like you laugh at me.
4-time All-Pro, Hall of Fame 2000s All-Decade Team. By the way, 100, let's see, he was picked, 6th overall. So definitely a good pick, though. No doubt.
Orlando Pace, Tony Gonzalez in that same round.
Ooh,
Orlando Pace was the 5th pick, the first pick in that
Rams
draft.
lineman. And Tony Gonzalez, obviously, we know what he's done. So great job, Justin. Walter Jones jersey. That is very nice, my man. Justin Booth.
Tiki Barber in the 97 draft, second round.
Is that right? Tiki Barber.
Looking for the Hall of Jason Taylor.
Was Rondé Barber drafted the same draft? And they're twins, right?
He had to be,
did
right?
one go out earlier than the other?
He had to be. Yeah, 97. Rondé was a 3rd round pick, so Tiki a round before.
Okay. Well, Tiki would have been in the Hall of Fame had he played longer. They were both probably about equally good, just Rondé cared more about making the Hall of Fame, and he played longer, obviously.
Yeah, Tiki retired, had a really good year. He was, 31 years old, but 1,600 yards a year, retired, average 103 yards.
But how many did he have in his career?
How many yards?
Yeah.
Over 10,000.
Yeah, at 31. Because like 12,000, 13,000 is kind of like 13,000 is like you're in.
And he was a guy, it took him until he was like 27 to really take off because he
Yeah.
didn't start. Remember, they had Ron Dane. They drafted him in the first round.
Wisconsin.
They wanted him to be, the number one back.
Yeah, had Tiki played another like 3 years, he would have gotten over 13,000 yards and he got the Hall of Fame. So very cool jersey, Walter Jones. Block for Sean Alexander.
Yeah.
Among other guys. Very cool jersey. All right, guys, let's get that 1 and 4 moving. We're talking about this Brady lid. It's a 4-spot break. I know it's a little bit bigger entry point, but man, oh man. This is the best Brady helmet. All right, so I'm gonna preface this by saying, Dom, look, the bedazzled, the crystallized helmets, they're, in my opinion, their own category. So I'm just gonna remove the bedazzled Brady we've had before because that is pretty cool. Non-bedazzled Brady's, this is my favorite Brady helmet I've seen in the break room. Because I like that it tells a story.
Yeah, everything.
We have everything. We have the Michigan, we have the Patriots, we have the Bucks. There's actually like kind of 2 Patriot rips though, so you still get the...
You got the TB12 logo on the back.
Yeah, and you got the Patriots on the front, so you still got to get more of the feel that it's a Patriot helmet, right?
The Michigan
So-
too, you get Bucks. That's the ultimate Tom Brady helmet. You said it tells a story his entire career.
And if you're a Brady fan of him on the Bucks or on Michigan or on the Pats, you get all 3 of them there.
Yeah, you don't know which Brady to get. It's like, do I get him on New England? Do I get him on Tampa? Do I get him on Michigan? Well, here's your answer. Get him on all of them.
Get them all. Thank you, says Ricky. First hit. Does it just get mailed now, or how does this even work? So new. So, Ricky, we ship every Monday through Friday morning. It's 2 to 3 business days usually. Our shipping department does not work during the night show, so they'll be in tomorrow in the morning. They'll get that shipped out for you in the late morning or early afternoon. So look for that. Hopefully arrives at your house maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 2 to 3 business days. Obviously, it is a weekend, so it could take a little longer, but you'll get it very soon, Ricky. Next week, early next week to mid next week, you'll be getting that lid sent to your house, my man. Got a great shipping department here at UA. Terrific shipping department, to say the least. So that is very close. 3 spots to go. I guess I'll do a rundown, Dom. We are a little open otherwise, so might as well give people a tour of what we got going on. So 1 and 4 has the best helmet, no question, Brady. Also has all the sports in there. But if you're just a football fan and you just want authentic helmets, there's no break better than this one for you, right? Myles Garrett, the highest paid defensive player of all time. He was the decoy a couple years ago. What is that? Is that a smiley on Myles Garrett? 95?
He was in a good mood.
He's in a good mood.
They must have. That's when they drafted Shador Sanders right after.
No, I think it was right after he signed the contract.
Okay, all right.
I think it has to do more with the money than the Shador Sanders pick. But that might be just me.
Do you see what he said about Aaron Rodgers? Can't wait to add him to the graveyard.
Yeah, he will. He'll sack him.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he'll sack a lot of guys.
Aaron might want to take off that game.
Myles Garrett. You can double up with Ray Lewis. Garrett, a top 2 or 3 player on defense in the game today. Ray Lewis is my number 2 defensive player of all time, personally. Lawrence Taylor, then Ray Lewis. I love that helmet. Reggie White's in there too, don't worry. He's in that mix. But I love Ray Lewis. Awesome lid. That Raven alternate.
Purple Rising.
Yeah. Lad McConkey on the beautiful Speed Flex right there. With the blue ink,
That's awesome.
The black visor.
I never seen a Chargers helmet like that.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's unique. It's very cool. Over 1,000 yards last year. You know, one of my hot takes going into this year, I've got the Chargers winning a playoff game this year. Making the playoffs and winning a game. I actually have a rematch of Texans-Chargers. Same matchup of last year, but the Chargers win this year.
I'm a Justin Herbert fan.
Yeah.
And Land McConkey fan. He's a beast. Jim Harbaugh.
I love Harbaugh.
It's just the Chargers. That's
I know.
If that's the Chargers.
Well, that's why it's a hot take.
I like it.
They're winning a playoff game this year.
I like it.
Saquon Barkley. Josh Allen was the MVP last year, and he deserved it. But the best player, right? Quarterback's the most valuable. I get that. You're the quarterback. You touch the ball the most. You're in charge of a lot of things. But the best season had last year by any player was Saquon Barkley. Most rushing yards ever if you take the regular season and the postseason combined. Obviously a Super Bowl champion a two-tone chrome speed flex. This is any Eagles fan's dream. Penn State fan. I mean, Saquon Barkley is something else.
On the cover of Madden.
Yeah, the cover of Madden, Saquon Barkley. Brett Favre, the most popular Packer ever. That beautiful, authentic right there with the visor. Gotta love Brett Favre for Packer fans. The green ink, only guy ever to win 3 straight MVPs. That, at this stage, may not happen in any sport, Dom. The only one I can maybe see it is baseball, just because of how good Ohtani and Judge are. But like Jokic, who's in the 1 and 4, should have had 3 straight. Didn't get 3 straight. It's called voter fatigue. So Favre's 3 straight MVPs, at least in the NFL, we'll never see it again. No doubt about that. Deion Sanders, speed flex, one of the best corners ever, great return guy. Very, very popular Deion Sanders.
Get well soon, Prime.
Yeah, he's dealing with some health stuff.
Said he'll be ready for the season.
I hope so. Deion Sanders does make college football a lot more exciting. I mentioned the Brett Favre helmet. How about Justin Jefferson on this incredible speed flex with the purple? This is worth, you take the Favre and the Jettas combined. Those 2 lids combined are worth over $2,000. Get them for less than $200 in the Diamond Double. Be the Rio King or Queen of the North, Favre and Jettas. Imagine if those 2 had played together. That would have been ridiculous.
Oh, man. Think of Justin Jefferson on the Packers.
Right. Or Brett Favre for the Vikings. Oh, wait, that already happened. That already happened. Sorry, Dom. Bijan Robinson rave. We're looking at the best running back of his generation. We're talking about Saquon, Derrick Henry being in the break room, the 2 best backs in the league. Well, the 3rd best back in the league is Bijan Robinson. 3rd in rush yards last year, considerably younger than both. I think Saquon and Henry have plenty left in the tank. They might have another 3 or 4 years of being top dog. But when they're done, the top dog is Bijan Robinson.
I shouldn't be saying this, giving out secrets like this, but if I have first pick in fantasy football this season, I'm taking Bijan Robinson.
See, there you go. It might even take less than 3 or 4 years. The guy's a beast. That beautiful Falcon rave. He's looking to get fantasy numbers like LaDainian Tomlinson, who is considered one of the greatest fantasy players of all time, which makes sense. The 2nd most rushing touchdowns in NFL history. Obviously, really good at getting catches, all-purpose yards, rushing, receiving. The 06 NFL MVP. I mean, arguably the 2 best years ever compiled by a running back. Saquon last year and LaDainian Tomlinson in 06.
I was even talking about it yesterday, an underrated season for LaDainian Tomlinson in 03, 2,000 all-purpose yards and did not make the Pro Bowl. He was 2nd Offensive Player of the Year, but that was the year Priest Holmes scored all those touchdowns, Jamal Lewis, 2,000 yards, Clinton Portis. But 2,000 yards did not make the Pro Bowl. One of the most Pro Bowl snubs of all time.
It was the Willie Roaf and Jonathan Ogden effect.
That did it.
Those guys helped out those other backs.
And the Shanahan effect for Clinton Portis.
Right. Clinton Portis probably the guy that shouldn't have gotten that honor. But anyway, LaDainian Tomlinson, an absolute beast. Steve Young, a 2-time MVP. Beautiful, authentic, the best lefty ever. We have secondary headliners, Alvin Kamara, Brian Urlacher, Jim Kelly, A.J. Green, Brian Thomas Jr. With the secondary names, we're looking at what? We're looking at currently, 12 photo names and 5 secondary names, 17 and 29 chance at a headliner. We just pulled in more section, Jameson Williams. So that is an awesome series. Come and get those diamonds. Single, double, and quad are all active in the diamonds. Only 6 to go in that double box. The onside kick. Vault, we just pulled the Emmett Speed Flex. So much good stuff left in the vault, though. Don't let the Speed Flex stuff fool you. We have the double up, Derrick Henry and Jamar Chase. The best running back of his generation, Derrick Henry. Jamar Chase, arguably 1st or 2nd best receiver in the game today. George Kittle, arguably 1st or 2nd best tight end in the game. Edgerrin James, the Hall of Fame running back. Another LaDainian Tomlinson. And then Drake London's calling in the secondary headliner section. 4 vault keys left, plus a $300 vault key as well. Currently have 6 headliners in 16 boxes, but 10 and 16 chance at a headliner or a vault key. Blitz rep helmets, still pretty loaded. 16 left. And wait for this one, Dom. 11 headliners left.
Oh, yeah.
11 and 16 chance at a headliner. Those are odds that you just like to see, right?
Yes, sir.
We have 8 of them being photoed. So, okay, the Buck Legend might be the best in the series. It was a cool helmet. But if that's the best helmet in the series, in my opinion, the two best helmets are left. The second and third best are left. That would be the Tyreek Hill Rave, the best receiver of his generation, the speediest receiver in the history of the league. He's both fast and quick. Tyreek Hill is different. And then my other favorite lid in the series, actually, probably for me, Dom, 2 through 5 favorite helmets left in the series are still out there. That includes the Kurt Warner amp. They don't make amps anymore.
I love amps.
They don't make amps anymore. There's so few of them out there in the world. Anytime you can get an amp helmet, you should take advantage. The 2-time league MVP, Kurt Warner. That's probably my third favorite in the series. Then my fourth favorite, I don't know if it's the Mizzou grad in me, or I don't know if it's just like shiny, it just pops. Mr. 1000, Hines Ward on that Steeler yellow Rave. That thing is stunning. Still got Antonio Gates out there. Most receiving touchdowns by a tight end. Tim Brown, top 10 receiver of all time. Pro and college football Hall of Famer. Heisman Trophy winner at Notre Dame as a wide receiver. How about that? The classic Notre Dame golden helmet for Tim Brown.
Would take over 30 years for another wide receiver, Devontae Smith, to win the Heisman.
Yeah, it was iconic what Tim Brown did. LaDainian Tomlinson, there he is again on the slate. One of the coolest dudes in NFL history. Devontae Adams on his new team. Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams just might be the best receiver duo in the NFL this year.
Yes.
They are something else, those two. Like I said, my pick for the NFL this year, making the Super Bowl the Rams.
Yeah, definitely in the NFC. Probably, Chase and Higgins total in the NFL, but in the NFC, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of defense. If you have the best defense in the NFL, it doesn't matter. That is a mismatch nightmare.
I actually personally, even though it's close, I like Adams and Nacua probably better. Just because T. Higgins is great for me, but I definitely put him clearly fourth of those guys. Chase being first, but I don't know. I'm a huge Puka fan, and Adams, even though I'm a Bears fan, Chief fan, I can recognize greatness when I see it.
And Devontae Adams is my favorite current player in football, so I'm with you right there.
Yeah, Brian Urlacher, my favorite player as a kid. Growing up being a Bears fan, it was Urlacher, Devin Hester, the guys I got excited about. Very, very clean lid with the Hall of Fame 18 inscription. Rodney Harrison, secondary headliner. We got ourselves Michael Vick, Steve Largent, 11 and 16 chance at a headliner in those reps. That double is 4 to go, by the way. Charger fans, Gates and Tomlinson, AFC West. We got ourselves, let's see here, NFC West, Ram fans, Devontae Adams, Kurt Warner. That's an option. We even have Tim Brown could also be AFC West, by the way. So a lot of options, guys. Steve Largent, Warren Moon in the NFC West. So talk about underrated players right there. We have the can't miss jersey and mini. This is, I said this the other day, and people didn't necessarily, this didn't really sink in, Dom. Look, the black box jerseys are cool. $28 a spot, the lowest entry point in the break room. If I were playing the black box jerseys, I would actually put down $17 more and get in the can't miss jersey and mini. We have 11 boxes left. We have 8 total headliners. We have a Josh Allen jersey in here, whose autograph is worth over $400, just the auto, Dom. That is worth more than double of anything in our normal black box jerseys. So $17 extra. I'd be chasing Josh Allen. I'd be chasing Joe Burrow, 2 top 4 quarterbacks in the league. Julius Peppers, one of the best pass rushers ever. Eric Coryell, my guy Kellen Winslow, senior on that triple sign jersey. Dan Fouts, Charlie Joyner. We have a lot of good Charger stuff in the room. Where are we at, Charger fans? Charger stuff in seemingly every series. We have still out there Randy Moss as well. And then we have 2 secondary headliners, Warren Moon, Sterling Sharp, 8 and 11 chance at a headliner in the can't miss jersey and mini combo. 1 and 4 right now. We have 19 total headliners in 31 boxes, Dom. 19 total headliners in 31 boxes. A decent amount of secondary headliners, but as far as the photoed headliners, the 1 and 4 has hands down the best item in the break room right now. Said it earlier. This is the best looking helmet in the break room. It's the biggest name in the break room, Tom Brady, and it's worth the most money. I mean, easily over $3,000. Depending on where you look, who you sell it to, could even be closer to $4,000. That $3,000 to $4,000 range on a Brady Custom Speedflex, Michigan Bucks, Patriot, triple ripped, the TB12 logo on there. Very, very clean lid. That is the best item in the room right now in that 1 and 4. Michael Penix Jr., the first round pick from last year, the future of the Falcons, the beautiful black and red Speedflex, very, very clean. We have probably 2 top 5 basketball players in the world. Definitely Nikola Jokic, the best player in the game. Got the, triple-double again last year, Nikola Jokic. But you know who was the most efficient player in the NBA according to when he's on the court versus not on the court? Stephen Curry.
If he was healthy, the Warriors are in the finals.
I couldn't agree more. They would win the finals. The stats this last year was staggering, Dom. With Steph Curry on the court, the Warriors had the most efficient offense in the league. With Steph Curry off the court, they had the least efficient offense in the league. One player makes that big of a difference. Steph Curry jersey, the greatest shooter of all time, my favorite basketball player of all time. Got 2 incredible basketball hits in Curry and Jokic. Connor Bedard licensed jersey. Hopefully the future of Chicago here in hockey. Big young star. We got your favorite baseball player in here. Mookie Betts, isn't he your favorite, Dom?
I love Mookie Betts, yes. One of my favorite players to watch.
Is it crazy how good the Dodgers are? Because, Ohtani is Ohtani. He's superhuman. Probably the best player in the game. Between him and Judge, take your pick. But then, you have Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, who, on most teams, they're both arguably top 5 to 7 players in baseball. And, Mookie Betts could be the 3rd best player on his team, where he's the best player on, 27 teams in baseball.
I usually don't like to bring up bad trades for other teams because the White Sox had plenty. But this is even because the Red Sox, they fleeced the White Sox with the Chris Sale trade. That Mookie Betts trade was one of the worst trades of all time. The Red Sox got nothing for Mookie Betts and one of the game's top 5 players.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think it was Alex Verdugo, who signed a minor league deal this offseason with somebody. Jeter Downs, who's going back and forth to AAA, and I couldn't even tell you who else.
There you go. So great deal by the Dodgers. They seem to get richer and richer each year. Chipper Jones, one of the best switch hitters of all time, former 1st overall pick, lived up to the hype, getting that baseball Hall of Fame. Karl Malone, 3rd all-time in career points in the NBA. The Undertaker belt, the most career WrestleMania titles, Dom.
That's
and
right.
I knew that before you said it earlier.
All right.
I swear to you.
All right.
I did know The Undertaker.
Where were you when the streak was broken?
I don't know.
Oh.
I see.
I was shocked.
I'm Biker Undertaker with the Rollin' song. That's when I am.
Limp Bizkit Taker.
Limp Bizkit. That's me.
I do like that Undertaker.
That's my Taker, era. Then after that, I kind of, zoned out a little bit on the wrestling.
That's the belt that he won when he main evented WrestleMania 13 in Rosemont Horizon.
Ooh, were you there?
No, I was 3.
Okay.
Actually, it was early 97, so I was technically 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, Undertaker is my 3rd favorite wrestler of all time. I call him my big 3.
I was at WrestleMania when he won a casket match.
Ooh, I like that.
WrestleMania 22.
Who did he
Same place.
beat?
Mark Henry, the world's strongest man.
Not bad. Not bad. So Undertaker out there, the other category. We still got ourselves Magic Johnson. We have the 2 best point guards of all time. Magic Johnson, Stephen Curry, take your pick. But, all due respect to all the other point guards out there, I think there's really only 2 guys that can battle for that title, Magic and Curry. Austin Matthews, licensed jersey. The great Maple Leaf, one of the best hockey scorers in the game. This 1 and 4 is so good that LaDainian Tomlinson and Steve Young, who we've just showed off as photo headliners in the other series.
Steve Carlton, one of the best pitchers ever.
Yeah, these are the Barry Larkin, former MVP, Shaquille O'Neal, one of the best centers ever. Jason Kidd, a hot commodity right now in the coaching market.
Yes.
The Knicks said, Knicks wanted him. The Mavs said, no, you can't talk to Jason Kidd.
If you're a Knicks fan and you want Jason Kidd, you got to come in the break room to get him.
Yeah,
That's
right?
It's your only option.
And then Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe. It's Harry Potter in the break room.
You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what?
Harry, don't go back to Hogwarts. Harry, Don't.
Hello, Potter. There's more.
Hey, do you know Harry Potter's birthday? One day after mine.
Really?
July 31st. Mine's July 30th.
Ah.
My birthday buddy, Daniel Radcliffe. The Harry Potter character. July 31st. No, Harry Potter. July 31st, Harry Potter's
I think
birthday.
me and
Dom.
Daniel Radcliffe are the same height. Yes, we are. We're both 5'5".
Ah, how about that?
I could have been Harry Potter if I was born a little
You
later.
should have been cast.
Uh-huh.
They dropped the ball, Dom. Mike Modano, one of the best hockey players ever. Dallas Star legend. Probably like the peak of my interest in hockey was 1999, and I played in 1999 NHL, and I used to love the announcers say Mike Modano. Just iconic stuff. So 19 headliners and 31 boxes, guys, in that 1 and 4. That series is absolutely loaded. We got ourselves, how about the practice squad? 1 break left, then a brand new series in the practice squad. We have one of the most underrated wide receivers of all time, over 10,000 receiving yards. Dom, I love when you talk up AJ Green. I love your Marvin Harrison Jr. story. I've taken it, but giving you credit every time.
Thank you.
People say, Marvin Harrison, his player comp is AJ Green. He must not be that good. I'm like, come on, dude. 7-time Pro Bowler, over 10,000 receiving yards, played on some bad Bengal teams. Had he not gotten hurt, had he played on some better teams, probably talking about Canton with AJ Green. So beautiful salute to service. That is guaranteed in that double box break. Guaranteed. So 3 spots left in that one.
One of the best college wide receivers of all time, too. He was a beast at Georgia.
Georgia. So a vault. We went over the vault earlier. 7 to go in the single. We have the reps or 8 to go in the single. Went over the can't miss. I think I went over. Well, I'll go over it again real quick. Eric Coryell, Michael Irvin, Julius Peppers, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Randy Moss, Warren Moon, Sterling Sharp. 8 and 11 chance at a headliner. I mean, this Josh Allen jersey is worth more than a lot of authentics in the break room. So I would say don't forget that one for the JA-17. The normal jerseys, we got ourselves 4 headliners left now. O.J. Simpson, the Juice, on that beautiful blue jersey. Debo Samuel on Washington. How about that? First time ever in the break room.
New team.
Emmitt Smith on my favorite, and I think you and I agree on this, Dom, favorite Cowboy jersey, the Navy jersey.
Yes.
Then Jamar Chase, the Triple Crown winner, on that clean Bengal jersey. And then Diamonds went over these earlier, but those are open in the second break with all the headliners left, guys, in the Diamonds. We do have the mystery box tab open as well. You can purchase the jerseys, the minis as personals, as well as our college replica helmets, which I personally love. Only headliner gone in here is Ricky Williams, Tyreek Hill. You mentioned AJ Green of Georgia. There he is. My boy Warren Moon. LaShawn McCoy on the classic Pitt helmet. LaShawn McCoy. Great Pitt player. Dan Marino. Larry Fitzgerald. Aaron Donald. Darrell Revis. A lot of Pitt guys. Here's one for Alex. Jamison Williams on Bama. J-Mo.
I'm just waiting for you to get to it.
Tim Brown. Michael Vick. I'm just kidding. Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson on K-State. The former Packers star, Jordy Nelson. That is a very nice helmet, man.
Oh, not that one. You know which one.
Oh, Joe.
Joe.
Oh, we'll get to Joe in a second. We did pull the Olive. It's actually 2 headliners gone. It is off the board. I pulled it yesterday. You're good. Jared Verse on that beautiful Florida State camo. Odell Beckham Jr.
Mm-hmm.
What do OBJ and I have in common? We love tennis.
Oh, okay.
He was at the French Open over the weekend, watching the Classic final, Alcaraz and Djokovic, and I was like, wait, is that Odell Beckham Jr. in the crowd? I'm like, it is Odell Beckham Jr. in the
I
crowd.
was gonna say one-handed catches.
Yeah. Well, I do have good hands.
There you go.
So OBJ in there, and then my personal favorite in here, Joe Theismann with the Shamrock, my favorite version of the Notre Dame helmet, the Shamrock. Heisman Trophy winner, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, and then Hines Ward as well in the college reps.
I'm Irish. I like the Shamrock.
It's nice, yeah. I like the Shamrock Shake from McDonald's when they bring that back.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for the minty flavored stuff. I know it's polarizing, but I like
No, mint chocolate chip ice cream is my favorite, Tom.
It's good stuff.
So we're on the same page. Full-size rep helmets. How about one of the best athletes ever, Bo Jackson? Got Kurt Warner on that clean Cardinal flash. J.J. Watt, rare name in the break room, on that nice camel, one of the best defensive players ever. Warren Moon in here, A.J. Green. We got Patrick Willis, and then all the Williams. Kyron Williams, Ricky Williams, and also Jameson Williams again. So get your spots in that one. Purchase that personal. And then, of course, don't forget the headliner package. If you're a part of the GOAT Club, you get that headliner package for free. But otherwise, one mini, one jersey, one rep, one authentic, $1849.99. You get yourself 4 names. A great starter pack for a new customer who has money to spend. You got to have, obviously, $18.50. You got to have money to put that amount on one order. But hey, if you've got the money, you get 4 guaranteed items, and you experience a little bit of everything on the headliner package. So, Dom, let's talk about best items in the room. Obviously, hands down, no question about it, top dog is the GOAT, Tom Brady. Now, this helmet right now is the best. It's a clean lid. Let's talk about the other ones. I'm not going to limit you. Give me a few. Some of your favorites in the room right now.
I'm looking at that Lad McConkey and the diamonds right now. I love that. Never seen that type of Chargers helmet. And every time we get a type of like different Chargers type of Speed Flex, it's always something so awesome. Love that hit. And if you get in the double, you can pair that up with the LaDainian Tomlinson Speed Flex, which is just icing on the cake right
Are you
there.
listening, Cole? Cole Carnemark, Charger fan.
I love that Saquon Barkley, that chrome Speed Flex. I'll say it. I'll say it.
Yes,
You'll make me say it.
Listen to this, Alex. Mark this moment down in history. He's about to talk up a Viking. Come on.
That Justin Jefferson Speed Flex.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
You're making steps.
It's pretty good.
He's learning. He's no longer biased.
I think I saw something the other day about Justin Jefferson. They had the most receiving yards his first 2 seasons. The most receiving yards his first 3 seasons. The most receiving yards his first 4 seasons. And most receiving yards his first 5 seasons in the NFL. So probably going to be his most receiving yards the first 6 seasons in the NFL.
Well, it makes sense because he got the most receiving yards per game all time.
There you go.
More receiving yards per game than Moss, Rice, everybody all time. No one has more receiving yards per game than Justin Jefferson in the history of the NFL.
I usually screenshot these stats when I see them so I could use them on the show, but it was a Viking stat. It was a pro Viking stat. I'm like, let me get rid of this one fast.
You can't have that on your phone.
Yeah, like scroll.
You can't have the Viking
The
stats.
option, like never show this again.
Yeah, I mean, I actually agree. I think these 2 lids outside of Brady are the best of the best. Selfishly, I am interested in the Steph Curry jersey, which, you see me wearing a Curry jersey on the show. My favorite basketball player ever. I've mentioned this before. Everyone thinks of me being, Messi and Mahomes, but Curry's right up there with them. Messi's 1, and then it's kind of like a 3-way tie for 2nd, depending on my mood.
Yeah, obviously Brady's Brady, but there's 2 things in that 1 and 4 that I really like. I've been talking about the NFC South a lot lately because I'm actually interested. I think the Bucks and Falcons are going to be 2 really fun teams, and I think it's going to be a 2-way chase for the NFC South. Sorry, Ricky. And the Panthers. And I said Bijan Robinson is going to be my first pick in fantasy if I have it. That means I'm high on the whole Falcons offense. That means because I love Michael Penix. Awesome at Washington that last season he had. I mean, they just ran into that Michigan team, which was they were a unit. They had so many pros on that team. That Washington team was awesome in their own right. And that because Michael Penix. And they're going to score a lot of points. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then one of the events that I think I was alive, but I was too young to watch. That I wish I got to see live. And not to just be at, but just the whole atmosphere of the pay-per-view, the Tyson, the Holyfield boxing glove. That would just been so cool live. Obviously, we know that Tyson, bit his air during the fight, which imagine watching that live. Like, what the heck is happening? Usually we don't like when fights stop early. That one, I think everyone got their money's worth. That's a good, early stoppage, right?
It is, yeah, arguably, I mean, there's some famous Ali fights, but that is arguably the most famous boxing fight of all time. Like Tyson and Holyfield.
Probably like the Ali with the knockout, when they took the most famous photo. Probably that's the most iconic ending. But this is definitely one of the most crazy, outrageous sports ending stories of all time.
You'll never forget it.
Yes. Mike Tyson, he now sells things that you would get at a dispensary, right? And that you eat, and they're shaped as an earlobe.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes.
He'd be the perfect guy to sell that. So that's a cool one. Tyson Holyfield.
Ricky told me that.
Yeah, very cool. I think we actually did pull that one down, but that's okay. It's an awesome piece.
Oh, we did?
Awesome piece.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can still like it, though. Don't go back and take it from shipping, though. It's a cool piece.
We'll take everything I said about that and use it for the Undertaker belt.
I like it. It's a cool belt.
Yes.
A very, very cool belt indeed on the Undertaker. So I agree with you. I love I'm a sucker for Chrome. So Saquon and obviously Justin Jefferson are nice.
Wasted my edible story, man.
Right?
Damn.
Now, Bo Jackson is not available in victory formation. We do have a Bo Jackson full-size rep in the Huddle Up replica helmets. But no, we did pull the Bo in the victory formation. Sorry, Eric. What's up, Charles? Says, hey, Kamen and Dom. Low-key, I do really like that Tyreek Hill Rave in the Blitz as well. Don't forget that one. And then actually in the Diamonds, I know obviously the Chromes and the McConkey you mentioned are cool, but I really do like that Myles Garrett helmet. It's like got the matte white with the, I think that's a smiley face, Dom. It is very, very nice. And I like Deion Sanders back in the break room.
Yes.
We haven't had primetime back in the break room all that much. It's a very, very clean, authentic on the Speedflex. Alex from the Peanut Gallery, any favorites?
Looking, is that Air Coryell jersey still there? Or is that gone?
No, that's still there.
That's kind of cool. That's different, right? That's not a helmet, but it's still kind of a cool item.
That's 3 autographs. That is Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow, and Charlie Joyner. And of course, you're becoming a Mizzou fan for Kellen Winslow, so I can respect that.
Well, I don't know.
Don't do it.
That.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You're going to say, Dom? Or actually, go ahead, Alex. You're saying something.
Ward in the Heinz Ward yellow helmet.
Yeah, the Rave.
Banana yellow. That's pretty sweet.
That is very sweet.
Yes.
I'm with you with the Myles Garrett. I want to say that because I've been keeping tabs of the quarterback competition in Cleveland.
They said Shador's number 2 now on the depth chart, I heard.
Yeah, well, if you look at the stats, I'm not there at practice, so I don't know who he's what depth chart he's facing, if he's facing the 4-string players, but he's got the best numbers completion. Look at Dylan Gabriel, 8 touchdowns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Flacco will start the season as the starter.
I think Kenny
and
Pickett.
Shador will take over.
For some reason, I think Pickett. I don't know why. Just because he's younger, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Whoever starts week 1 is not going to be started in week 17.
Charles, I heard it, and we're not going to talk about that every show. I'll be honest. Ricky's Panther pick. There's a Panther in the break room. I'll give you a Panther. You want to talk about Panthers, Charles Nelson? Talk about. Let's be honest, Dom. Steve Smith was great, but the greatest Panther of all time is Julius Peppers. Top 5 officially in sacks. You want to talk about the Panthers? Talk about Julius Peppers on that Carolina blue jersey and the can't miss jersey and mini. That's the Panther talk I want to talk about.
1-15 when they drafted them. 2 years later, they're in the Super Bowl. First Carolina Panther who's actually a Panther to make it into the Cannon Hall.
Right.
And Julius Peppers, man, I loved him on the Packers too. He
so
was
cool.
Awesome. He was great on the Bears, great on the Packers. Usually when these guys in their 30s, they sign, those free agent deals, especially when they sign with the Bears, their careers go downhill.
What?
It's true.
What?
He performed on the Bears, performed on the Packers, and finished his career back with Carolina and still performing there.
Oh, he's so good.
I watched his Hall of Fame induction ceremony. He still looks like he can play, Julius Peppers.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt that for a second.
Yeah.
Would probably be the best player in the Bears D-line right now.
Sure.
I can totally believe that.
Probably the Packers, too. We did not get a lot of sacks last year.
Julius Peppers, man. And honestly, with 11 boxes left, a little shocked. Burrow and Josh Allen, we're not moving in that break. Very, very cool series. The can't miss jersey and mini as well. So get your spots, guys. Let's keep the party going.
With the defense for the Bengals, all the question marks, Trey Hendrickson, now the rookie Shamar Stewart.
I saw that.
Joe Burrow's going to have to top what he did last season. And what he did last season, I know they didn't make the playoffs, and it's not Joe Burrow's fault. His numbers last season were crazy.
So they can't agree on a contract with the Stewart kid. I saw something about that on social media today.
I was reading something today. There was a chance where he could be eligible for the draft next season if there's not a deal that reaches.
Crazy.
I doubt it gets to that.
Weird. Very, very weird indeed. Guys, also a little weird. Started off hot. The first about 40 minutes were scorching hot on the orders. We have cooled off just a wee bit. This will obviously pick up, but what do you guys want to break? I'll put this in the chat. What would you guys like to break here?
1-4, if you ask me.
Yeah, 1-4 for Dom and I. But I'm a close second here. I'm a little torn, Dom. I'm a little torn because I do love the Diamonds, and every headliner's there. I've not seen a single headliner go, and I actually kind of like it that we have a couple of different names in this one. Like, we don't get Myles Garrett all that often in the Diamonds. We don't get Lad McConkey on a speed flex all that often. It has been a hot minute since Deion Sanders.
Yep.
So I like the little variety here. I also love the double up options too. 6 to go in that double. You get a Deion Sanders speed flex and a Saquon Barkley Chrome speed flex. Those two lids combined are worth anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 in autograph value, give or take. Could even be more to the right buyer.
Even some names that we do have, like LaDainian Tomlinson, got him on the speed flex in this dime. We see him a lot on the authentic. Good to see him on a speed flex on the MVP inscription as well.
Well, yeah, and again, Tomlinson and McConkey, those two combined over $2,000. Less than $200, get a Saquon Deion Sanders over $2,000 in value. Get LaDainian Tomlinson, Lad McConkey over $2,000 in value. Get a Justin Jefferson speed flex, Brett Favre authentic over $2,000 in value. You can double up Myles Garrett and Ray Lewis in the AFC North. So we have secondary headliners out there, by the way.
Alvin Kamara and Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, NFC South double up.
Urlacher, another NFC North.
Yeah, Urlacher could pair with the Favre and the Jefferson and the quad. So there's a lot of options. A lot of great options here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Oh, you guys are getting the goodies, man.
Thank you.
Best of the best. Yeah, I like that. So this is a great
Thank you.
series. The diamonds are great. You want to be in the series early on, Dom, when you can get these double ups, right? Imagine getting 2 spots in a quad, and you get yourself Jefferson, Favre, Sanders, and Saquon all in the same break with 2 spots in the quad. That is a crazy good possibility. So that diamond break, don't sleep. And someone just took heeded our advice. Who just got in?
John Takamura got in the double.
Shout out, Mr. Takamura. So I mean, I think like, okay, so Saquon and Jettas are the Chromes. Those are probably the 2 best. I mean, the McConkey's cool. I think Deion's the 3rd best hit. Or is it LaDainian Tomlinson? Because there's a light blue visor and the 06 NFL MVP and number 21 on there, too.
I love that standard.
God, that's so nice. Yes, Joe Theismann is available in our college replica helmets, my man. You want to get a rep personal, you get a Joe Theismann. Charles Nelson. He's excited for Riot Fest, too, Charles. Of course he is. So is Dom. So is Dom. So, guys, what do you want to do? Let's get this diamond moving. All authentics in here. All the photo authentics have the visors as well. We have 5 speed flexes. A lot of goodies in this series. I mean, you can make a case right now, Dom, that we're looking at the best receiver in the game, Justin Jefferson, and the best running back in the game, Saquon Barkley, and maybe the best defensive player in the game in Myles Garrett. These are, I'm a TJ Watt guy, but I can go either way with how good Myles Garrett is. The best of the best in the NFL right now.
No, it's a
in this break.
heck of a case. I'm not saying anyone's better than any of those guys at their position. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, I have them, tied for number 1.
Yeah,
Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, I have them tied for number 1.
Right.
And Saquon Barkley, as much as I do love Derrick Henry, I think after the season that Saquon had, it's pretty obvious that he is the number 1 running back.
Yeah.
And he could have broke Eric Dickerson's record.
He should have. So, as we like to say, Dom, the 2 best quarterbacks of the 90s.
Yeah, Young and Favre.
Brett Favre and Steve Young. Both in here as well. I know Alex is itching for that Steve Young. And, we get so caught up in these customized speed flexes, these chromes. I mean, obviously, this Saquon is easy on the eyes, right? Very easy on the eyes. The Justin Jefferson is just breathtaking. But there's certain players and certain teams that sometimes you want the standard. Like that Niner helmet is one of the most iconic in all of sports. I wouldn't mind getting a Steve Young standard. One of the first books I ever read. I read a book about Steve Young. It was his biography. It was excellent. And he's the guy that I know we get so caught up in, the dual threat quarterbacks. One of the first true dual threats, because people forget how good Steve Young was at running the ball. The guy was special. So these lids here are very, very cool in the onside kick. No doubt about that. My guy, O'Neal Cruz, in my parlay did not get a hit the first inning, but the night is still young.
Oh,
so
they're playing
don't
the
worry.
Cubs.
Yes. They are playing the Cubs.
PNC or Wrigley?
It is at Wrigley, looks like. Hockey game's about to start as well. I know Ricky gave us some hockey picks. I took I can't remember what it was actually.
Bouchard?
Bouchard over 2.5 shots. So don't let me down, Ricky. What do we got orders into? Diamonds?
Diamond double, yeah.
Yeah, diamond double. Makes sense, guys. The diamond has been probably the hottest break in the room last few days. David Murak is getting in as well. So I'll drop that link in the chat for you guys. 4 to go on the diamond double. You know, it's not really so much of a hot take necessarily, but, you know, I think Emmitt Smith is overall the greatest Cowboy of all time. He has the most sustained success, the only MVP. I'm going to say this with all due respect to Bob Lilly, icon. All due respect to Bob Lilly. Emmitt Smith had the best peak career, or best overall career, excuse me, of any Cowboy. But in my opinion, the best football player to ever put on the Cowboy uniform, Deion Sanders. There's never been a better player to ever wear the Cowboy uniform than Primetime.
I saw this on Instagram. It was the top 15 Cowboys of all time, and they had Bob Lilly 2, Emmitt Smith number 1.
Makes sense. But, you know, Deion was there for much less. Obviously.
Deion 14.
Deion, yeah. Again, he played a lot of time with the Falcons, played with the Niners, played with Washington, even Baltimore, you know. But as far as, like, just pure skill, pure talent, like, pure dominance, Deion Sanders was something special. Something special. He was the player that, like, of that era, of that generation, he was born to play on the Cowboys. The megastar, born to play on the Cowboys. Deion Primetime Sanders.
The biggest star and the biggest team at the time, right?
Yeah, right? He was just something else, man. Electric Deion. And, you know, he becomes more and more popular. A lot of people hate him now, like him or hate him. You're watching, as they say.
That's right.
You're always watching what Deion is saying.
Pete Weber.
Pete Weber, exactly right.
Love me or hate me, you watched.
That's right. I mean, that's true. That's the only time I've ever turned on the TV and seen bowling on, and I've kept it on.
Pete Weber, yeah.
So
who do you think you are?
I am Pete Weber. So moving on that one now, 3 spots to go, guys. All the headliners left, all authentics. So thank you, guys. Obviously, Dom, we're talking plenty about that 1-4 series and just how terrific that series is. But, you know, I have noticed this. This is, you know, our customers trend and change. There's always different changes among our customers. One thing I have personally noticed that currently the football crowd is very hot right now. These mixers lately, you know, we put up basketball, hockey, not as much action. And the football people are here currently in the break room, which is ironic because it would be the opposite, given that it's off season right now.
I have the football bug. I was talking about yesterday during the show, and I just keep watching, you know, the videos of practices. I just showed you, I'm tracking the quarterback competition in Cleveland. That's how much football, that's how much I miss football.
Yeah, but quarterback competitions are fun, though, Dom.
Yeah, but the Cleveland one, I mean. Yeah. A couple weeks away from the Hard Knocks with Josh Allen and the Bills.
Yeah, get that in the can't miss minis and jerseys, guys. Josh Allen jersey.
That's when you know it's like, okay, I could smell football.
It's going to be fun because my fiance loves Josh Allen so much. So it's going to be a good excuse to, like, have her watch something with me and not be like, why are you hogging the TV with your sports again? So that'll be very, very nice. What's left in the diamond? So obviously, guys, this is why we do these rundowns, these recaps every 15 minutes or so, because you guys are in and out. I have terrific news for you, Kyle. Are you ready to smile, Kyle Dissler? Everything is left in the diamond. We just dropped this series. I think it was at the end of the 3 p.m. show. It's a brand new series. We did 1 box only. It was a Jameson Williams in the Anmore section. Every single helmet. You're looking at that graphic, Kyle. Every dang last one of them is available. So all of them, Kyle Dissler. Everything is left. And this is, I mean, we've had a lot of cool series. I don't want to say it's one of the best ever, but it's one of the better diamonds I've seen, especially of late. There's a lot of custom lids in here. A lot of stuff I haven't seen much before. Like, I don't even know exactly what that, like, I don't think that's a lunar on that charger. Or is it a lunar or just that dark. What is that, like black or navy? What is that charger? The lightning on that one?
Got to pull it.
Dom and I have never seen that charger lid for Lad McConkey.
I was going to say that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's cool. So, and then obviously, like, we have seen the Saquon on Jay Jettas, but you kind of never get sick of these right here, Dom. I never get sick of this.
I love that Saquon.
They were just showing the video of him filming the backwards hurdle for the Madden cover, Saquon Barkley, which, you know, I think if Saquon was not on the cover in 2026, it would have been a crime. You know, 26 in 26, Saquon Barkley. It just makes sense, right?
Actually, it does make sense now I think about it.
It makes a lot of sense. And, of course, they put the backward hurdle in the game as well, so perfect timing.
They were nice to whatever player it was on the Jaguars. They made sure the team was like, they didn't like put a team on the team that he was hurdling. So the player that he's hurdling in the cover, there's like no logo. So they were like, they kept it nice. They don't want to like embarrass anybody. So I believe he did against a player on the Jags.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of an honor. Like, I wouldn't be embarrassed. That one's a little more embarrassing.
I don't know if you want like millions of copies of a video game of someone hurdling over you.
Yeah, but like then you get more attention, Dom.
It's not good attention.
It's attention. Let's close the double then, says Kyle. Let's do it. We are 1 to go in that double. That's coming up.
Yes, sir.
Well, now I'm like second guessing everything. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, well, do you want that? Do you not want that? Publicity? I don't know. Because I feel like, I don't know.
You know what they say? All publicity is good.
Yeah. I'm kind of, I sort of believe that, but.
All right. Sean just closed that out. So let me get
Sean
that ready.
Davis?
Yes, sir. Let me get that ready for you.
All right, Diamond Double's coming up, guys. Diamond Double number 1. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. We have sort of set the tone for the Diamonds. It feels like this will be the hot break tonight, Dom, which obviously you and I want to see the 1 and 4, but if not the 1 and 4, this is definitely the one to do right now, right?
Yeah, definitely best bang for your buck. Authentics are better.
We do have the most speed flexes left in this series, 5 of them in 29 boxes, better than a 1 in 6 chance at a speed flex. Is Polo in this break?
He is. Polo's in there.
Jamil Cousset, welcome back, Polo Rax. It's been a hot minute. I've been missing Polo.
What's up, Polo?
Polo's good people, man. He wants 12 and 4. Thank you, Polo. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Good to have Polo back in the house here.
Yes, sir.
So 4 and 12 coming up. Double the boxes, double the fun here. Sean had 5, a wee bit late, but thank you, Sean. Thank you, guys. That hockey game is underway, by the way, Dom. So Oilers and Panthers. Do they track shots on goal on ESPN? This is shots, but it's not shots on goal. But I guess it'll track through our apps. So don't let us down, Ricky. Don't let us down. Evan Bouchard. This is who we're looking for, Dom.
I think shots are like shots on goal, right?
I think we'll see. Polo's been making those racks, says William Maynard. There we go, Polo. We got David Holakowski in here, Julian Andrade, John Takamura, David Murak, Kyle Dissler, Jamil Cousset, Caleb Langston, and Sean Davis. Good luck, gentlemen. 8 clicks for our spots in the Diamond Double. Double the boxes, double the fun. We are cruising here in the Diamonds.
Good luck, everybody.
4 and 12. So 8 clicks. Does he have them out there or are they right there?
They're out.
I got you.
Right next to the. There was no room in here.
Okay, I got you. What's that one then?
Which one?
That one right there. The straight ahead.
In the middle?
Yeah.
I'm guessing the half and half still in here.
Oh, we got to bring that back then. Okay. I'll put that on the to-do list for tomorrow. Thank you, Alex. We got Caleb in the NFC North, looking to be king of the North. Kyle Dissler, the NFC South. David Murak, the NFC East. Julian Andrade, NFC West. David Holakowski, AFC North. John Takamura, AFC South. Jamil Cousset, AFC East. And Sean Davis, AFC West. Is that the half and half? Okay. So definitely say that. Take that out of here tomorrow. All right. Good luck, guys. We'll start with box 4 out of 30 in the onside kick diamond helmets. All right. Let's see here. Ooh. I mean, this is, I think it's a secondary headliner, but this could very easily be a photo headliner. Also, what did I say at the start of the show, Dom? Those that call box numbers in my show get rewarded.
You did say
it's
that.
It's a good mojo out there. Polo called the box. How about a Hall of Fame quarterback, Polo?
Nice.
Number 4, he called box 4. The only quarterback to play in 4 straight Super Bowls, the Hall of Famer, Jim Kelly.
Very nice.
Very nice Buffalo Bills lid. One of those guys in football, maybe it's something about those Buffalo Bill quarterbacks. Like, Jim Kelly, Josh Allen, Doug Flutie.
J.P. Lossman.
Maybe not him as much,
yeah.
but for some reason, you just can't, not like these guys.
Yeah, I love Jim Kelly. One
They're
of the most
good people.
Obviously had that cancer battle a few years back. We were
Yeah.
all rooting for Jim Kelly there, and he beat it.
Kelly tough.
Kelly tough. I mean, you can make the joke that not winning 4 straight Super Bowls, but going to 4 straight Super Bowls is impressive itself, and just one of the great quarterbacks from that Pennsylvania area.
Mm-hmm. Never been done, Dom. Nope. Mahomes trying to become the second guy to do it since Jim Kelly. So we'll see if Patty can get there this year.
Well, the guy in Buffalo right now is trying to put a stop to that.
Right? I'll put this one up here, Jim Kelly. Give him a little bit of run. Mm-hmm. Very, very clean lid right there. Jim Kelly, nice autograph, too.
Very nice. So
great job, Polo. His triumphant return in the break room with a dub, Jim Kelly.
Welcome back.
I mean, you get a Hall of Fame quarterback as a non-photoed headliner. It's pretty good, Dom.
Yes, sir.
That is pretty good. Speaking of Kelly, he was number 12. Here is box 12 in the onside kick. Second box in this double box. We have yet to see a photoed headliner in the break room. Oof. I mean, if you look at last year, this was probably the most underrated player for the last NFL season. Because if you go out on the street and ask people who finished 3rd in the league in receiving yards last year, they would probably never guess this guy. I bet you it would take them 20 guesses before they get to the same. And a lot of people on the street probably don't even know who he is, Dom. You might know who it is. 3rd in receiving yards last year in the entire NFL. With not the best quarterback play last year.
Brian Thomas Jr.?
Brian Thomas Jr. on the Jaguar Lunar Authentic. That is John Takamura in the AFC South. Brian Thomas Jr.
Nice.
That is very nice, John Takamura. Very, very nice lid. Very, very clean Lunar Authentic. Only Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson had more receiving yards than Brian Thomas Jr.
One of the reasons why I'm so excited about Jacksonville this season, him, Travis Hunter. I'm still a believer in Trevor Lawrence. I think he's going to have a good 2025. And just gives me an excuse to say, Duval.
Right? So NFL leaders in receiving yards last year. The top 3 all went to LSU. Chase Jefferson, Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, by the way, 7th.
He missed 2 games.
So he missed 2 games. So 4 of the top 7 leading receivers in the NFL last year went to LSU. How about that, Dom? How about that?
Draft LSU wide receivers.
It's a factory out there, man. Factory out there.
Ohio State wide receivers, LSU wide receivers.
Yes, and Bama, not bad either.
And Bama, too.
So nice hit right there, John. And Brian Thomas Jr.
I love the Jacksonville colors.
Yeah, it's a nice helmet. Mm-hmm. It's a very nice helmet. And this is, again, these are names you're getting in the and more section or the secondary headliners. Brian Thomas Jr., Jim Kelly, Jameson Williams, some terrific hits, but not good enough to be photo headliners in this break room.
I wouldn't say this is a hot take, but I've said this on the show the past couple of weeks. I have Jacksonville winning the AFC South.
Yeah?
I think they have a good year with the new coach, Liam Cohen.
Yeah, I mean, I have the Texans winning, but it would not shock me if Jacksonville won. I do think those are probably the 2 teams in that battle in the South. Probably a 2-horse race, in my opinion. Looking forward to seeing what happens there.
Oh, no, they play a tough game week 1 against Carolina.
Yeah, I saw that. That's going to be, You know, that's going to be a very interesting game, actually.
That's actually Ricky's reason why he's picking him, the Carolina to go to Super Bowl. He says the 2 times Carolina's gone to the Super Bowl, they've opened the season against Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the reasons why.
Look, I know. I know. Ricky's Panthers thing is the new Brandon Combs, Justin Fields on this show. Things that get brought up too often. He says he's keeping receipts. Well, so are we, Ricky.
I think they'll be fine next year, but Super Bowl, we'll see.
Just love it. I love it, man. Hey, it's part of what makes sports great. Put those predictions out there, and if you were predicting Brian Thomas Jr. third in the league in receiving yards last year, you were predicting right.
Right. If you at this time in June last year, if you said the Commanders were going to go to the NFC Championship, we're probably laughing at you. So.
Mm-hmm. So there you have it. Guys, what are we doing next? I definitely think we should run back the diamonds. The photo to headliner ratios just got better. Whenever a photo headliner does not come out, Dom, it's actually good news for everyone else in the break, right?
That's right.
Because your headliner ratios just got better. Let's put the chase away. That was the early show. I'll give this one over to you, Dom. Brian Thomas, you can hang out with him. And I'll put the Emmett back up top here as lead dog. So far, the night is young and full of headliners, though. So that is a very, very early leader in the clubhouse. So what are we thinking, folks? Again, in case you just tuned in, the diamond helmets, 3 boxes in, not a single photo headliner is gone. All of these are still left, and the double up options are getting better and better, right? That double and that quad are still so appetizing. Brett Favre, a top 10 quarterback of all time. You compare that with Justin Jefferson, who, by the time he's done, we're talking about the Mount Rushmore wide receivers. Jay Jetta's currently number 1 in receiving yards per game all time. You can double up Saquon Barkley on that speed flex with the Deion Primetime Sanders. Talk about the NFC East double up. LaDainian Tomlinson, Ladd McConkey. Charger fans, 2 speed flexes combined together worth over $2,000. Get them for less than $200 in that double. Get a defensive double up. 2 of the best defensive players I've ever seen, Ray Lewis, Myles Garrett. And that Bijan Robinson clean rave, by the way, that could pair with Alvin Kamara, secondary headliner for the Saints. So that diamond break is definitely worth running back. Terrific series in the diamonds. And then in case you just tuned in too, right now it's not moving, but don't forget, guys, that 1-4 series has the best lid in the break room. This Tom Brady lid, holy moly. I absolutely love this Brady helmet. Who's going to come and get the GOAT, Thomas Edward Brady? Buccaneers, Patriots, Michigan Wolverines. It's got the whole career on there. All the great accomplishments for Tom Brady here, guys. So this is a lid worth north of $3,000. Could be $4,000 for the right buyer. Tom Brady charges a lot for an autograph. All those pay cuts as a player, they don't exist in his, post-career days. The Fox football contract, what he charges for autographs. You always want to get a Brady. Could be a family vacation. Could be a dog. Could be, an engagement ring. There's so much you can do with a Tom Brady speed flex. So that is very, very nice on Brady. The greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. One of those things you can't really debate. Obviously, Mahomes is terrific. But, he's got a long way to go to pass the GOAT Brady. So don't forget that lid is out there, guys, in that 1-4 series. 4-spot break. 1-4 chance to win for every spot you buy. We are 3 to go in the single break for that. 3 spots to go. And that rave you like, Alex. 4 to go on that double blitz replica helmets. I love that Hines Ward helmet. The Kurt Warner amp, the Tyreek Hill rave as well. You can double up Tim Brown, Antonio Gates, LaDainian Tomlinson in the AFC West. NFC West double up Devontae Adams, Kurt Warner. So a lot of good names in this series. 11 headliners total in 16 boxes. What's 11 divided by 16, Alex? I'm going to do it on my calculator because I'm not good at math otherwise.
60%. I don't know.
Let's see. It is a 68.75% chance at a headliner.
I'd be happy with that.
Completion percentage?
Completion percentage.
Yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad at all here in the Blitz replica helmets, guys. Come and get those as well here tonight. While you were gone, we sold out everything. No,
Wow.
I'm just kidding, Dom.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kidding.
If that's the case, I'll go back outside.
Right? So far, Ricky's letting us down with this pick, Dom. No shots on goal yet.
I think he's getting me back for all the losers I gave him last week.
Okay, Bouchard need 2.5 shots.
So I think on the ESPN, shots or shots on goals, and SM is shots missed.
Okay.
I'm guessing at this point. I think it is. I don't know.
Okay.
We got a shot missed.
By him?
It's not good for
What does your app say? Because mine still says 0 for him.
I have 0.
Oh, great.
Let's see.
Great.
My app has lied to me before, though.
Oh, yes, SGA?
Yes. I actually, 0s for everything.
Oh, great.
There you go, Ricky.
So
Stay hot.
Thank you, Ricky. So we'll blame him. So got 0-0 on that hockey game tonight. We do have some sports, got some baseball action. Alex, your Tigers up 4-1.
Yeah.
On the Orioles in the bottom of the 8th. We got the Yankees and Royals 0-0 in the 4th. Bobby Witt, Aaron Judge, two of the best players in the game matching up. Pirates and Cubs 0-0 in the 3rd. White Sox are scoreless after 1 against the Astros. The Rangers put in the work today, winning 16-3 on the Twins. And how about this? The Rockies won today, 8-7.
Didn't the Rangers score 17 just the other day, too? Against Minnesota?
They're hot.
They're hot, yeah.
They're hot. Thanks, Kay and Dom. Appreciate the pool. Polo, I've missed you saying Kay and Dom.
Yeah,
things I've missed.
16-4 2 days ago.
Okay.
So the Bats,
Sometimes wasting all the runs can be bad, though.
they did lose the next day. They won 16-4. The next day, they only scored 2 runs. They play the White Sox tomorrow. Let's take the White Sox.
Yes. I'll do that on the bingo card, Dom. I always take the White Sox any chance I can when it comes to any picks.
It's the worst advice I could give somebody.
You know who I actually take sometimes? I've been doing the player props only. Talkman to get hits.
He's
He's been okay for me.
He's been respectable so far.
Respectable. 25 of you guys watching across all 3 platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'll drop our live break page link. This is where you buy all your break spots. Definitely share that with your friends. Hit the share button, hit the like button. The more of you guys let your friends know, the more fun we have in the room and get these breaks. Any questions at all whatsoever about what we got going on here, do let us know. And especially if you're a newer person watching the program right now, please let us know your favorite teams. Let us know your football teams especially, but also could be baseball, basketball, hockey in that 1 and 4. That way we can direct you to some of your favorite football players. Keep in mind we have the best of the best in the room, the best current players, the best players of all time. I mean, right now in that 1 and 4, we have the greatest quarterback of all time, greatest NFL player of all time, Tom Brady. We have the greatest shooter of all time, Stephen Curry. We have the greatest champion at WrestleMania, The Undertaker. Austin Matthews, one of the best goal scorers today. Chipper Jones, one of the best switch hitters. Nikola Jokic, the best player in the game today in the NBA. So Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, the 2 best point guards ever. So some of the best in the can't miss.
Greatest wizard,
Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe in that secondary headliner section. Then, of course, you want to talk about the best. Look, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, but top 4 quarterbacks in the game. You obviously got to talk about Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, both in that can't-miss mini and jersey. We got the best running back in the game in the Diamonds, Saquon Barkley. The best receiver in the game, Justin Jefferson. Maybe the best corner ever, Deion Sanders. The toughest player of all time, Brett Favre. The best defensive guy today, perhaps, Myles Garrett. Maybe the best defensive guy ever, Ray Lewis. Lad McConkey, one of the best young receivers in the game. Steve Young, the best lefty. Bijan Robinson. We're talking about top 3 back in the game today. Then LaDainian Tomlinson, 06 NFL MVP. We're fantasy players, Dom. That might have been the best fantasy season of all time.
Yeah.
Most rushing touchdowns, total touchdowns for a season for LaDainian Tomlinson.
I was talking about the other day how McCaffrey 2023 when it seemed like he was close to breaking LaDainian Thompson's record. And then you look at the numbers and you're like, oh, he was not close at all.
No. So Tomlinson's the type of guy that he's just so iconic. And, growing up, my brother liked Tomlinson, so I wanted to not like him. But secretly, I loved him, and now I can express my love for LT. And coming out of TCU, top 5 pick, and worth it. One of the best picks in NFL history, LaDainian Tomlinson. So beautiful, light blue visor as well. That generation too. It's like, for me, it was Tomlinson, Peterson, and Marshall Faulk. Those were the guys that were the best running backs for me. And maybe it was the visor, maybe it was the Charger jersey. I don't know what it was. I mean, obviously Peterson was a Viking. I'm a Bear fan. But Tomlinson was my favorite running back as a kid.
Really fast, Den. That break is 4 spots to go, my man. So if you want to get in that blitz rep, you'll make it 3 to go, and then it's...
Is Den in that break?
No.
Okay, so Den's a good guy. Not trying to call him out or anything, but Den, I will say, if you saw what happened, yesterday, he bought some spots in that rep break. It happened pretty quick. You get a spot or 2 right now, Den, the break will happen right away.
Yeah, it's 4 spots to go right now.
The magic number is 3 or less. Once we're at 3 or less, the breaks goes almost immediately. Everybody's waiting to be more than halfway there. If Den buys a spot right now, the break will go down. In fact, I'll do you one better, Den McKeon. If you buy a spot in the Blitz Rep Double tonight and the break does not happen, I'll personally give you a refund tonight. We'll refund you your break spot if that break does not happen tonight. Because here's the honest truth, Dom. There's a lot of people that are sitting there waiting the whole Spider-Man game. As soon as you get in, the others will follow you. So then, if you buy a spot right now and the break does not happen during our 6 p.m. show tonight, we will give you a refund.
Especially a break that's already 4 spots to go. That means there's people who want to join you in that break, so it's going to happen.
That refund offer, by the way, Dom, is limited time. It's 7:43. If he buys in by 7:48, that's 5 minutes.
Plenty of time.
On that refund offer, Den McKeon. Got to be someone that gets in there and starts the party, then everyone else will follow, right? Mm-hmm. Simple as that. And 11 and 16 chance at a headliner, right? Tyreek Hill, I don't know if... I always think back when I think of Tyreek Hill, the one play that encompasses how great he is. This was actually the pre-Mahomes era. I don't know if you remember this game, Dom. It was a game against the Cowboys in Dallas. It was right before the end of the first half, and Alex Smith throws the ball to Tyreek Hill. Looks like he's about to run out of bounds, but then he explodes and runs past all the Cowboys for a touchdown. The perfect combo of quick and fast in the open field. I don't think there's a guy I would ever want to face less than Tyreek Hill.
The Cheetah.
Right? It's the most fitting nickname.
Yes.
It's hard to say what the best nickname in sports history is, but the most fitting nickname in sports history is the Cheetah.
On that Rave Dolphins lid, too. I love the Rave.
Yeah. The kids love Tyreek Hill. I mean, you work with kids. They got to be Tyreek Hill fans.
Oh, he's one of the biggest names.
My fiance works with kids, and her clientele are big sports fans. The number one football player they talk about is Tyreek Hill, Dom. Not Mahomes, not Josh Allen, not Lamar Jackson. The most popular player among the young kids is Tyreek Hill.
They like Justin Jefferson.
Two is, I was going to say the other two. It's Jefferson and Hill, and it was Hill number 1 until the Gritty became popular. Now it might be 1-2 because all the kids Gritty. I have my fiance's cousin has younger kids, and they're actually soccer fans. So they don't really follow football, but the only football player they know is Justin Jefferson. So I was like, do you guys like football too? Do you guys like Mahomes? Do you guys like Burrow? And they're like, we don't know who that is. Then I was like, how about Justin Jefferson? Like, yes, we love him. We Gritty all the time. So Jefferson, by the way, is out there in those diamonds. I got the Cheetah. We got Warren Moon, Tim Brown, Antonio Gates, Kurt Warner, Hines Ward, LaDainian Tomlinson, Devontae Adams, and Brian Urlacher. By the way, Bradley Williams might get in this break. Hines Ward, Bradley, the Rave. Very, very clean on that Hines Ward. Orders coming in, Dom. What do we got?
The reps. 2 to go.
Did Den get in?
No.
So how often does that happen, Dom? First off,
Too often.
I want to thank Den for bringing it up, though, because once someone brings up a break, the other customers will follow. For whatever reason, they have selective hearing when it comes to listening to us. But when their fellow customers bring up a break, the customers get in there 99% of the time. Now, this happens all the time. Someone asks about a break in the chat, they don't get a spot in the break, and then they get locked out, and they miss out on the break altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So then there's 2 spots to go. This break is happening. I'd get in there now.
Just for future reference, I do recommend that if you do see a break that's a couple spots to go and you want to get in it, just get in and then ask, hey, guys, get in that break just to play it safe.
And the best time, too, it's like when it's 4 to go, it's going to go very fast.
Yes.
So if you want to be in the break, get the first spot, guarantee yourself the spot.
But those 2 spots up for you right now, Den, if you want to take one of those or possibly both.
Because imagine thinking, like, let's just say who got the spot that put it down to 3 to go? Did someone buy 2 spots, or was it 2 different people?
2 different. Tony and Julian got
So Tony got what, the 5th spot, right?
yes.
Yeah. So Tony got the 5th spot. Imagine if Tony wins right now, then Den kicks himself. Had I gotten the 5th spot, I would have won. So gotta be action, people. Action here in the break room. No doubt about that. 2 to go in that practice squad double. Where are my Bengal fans at? AJ Green guaranteed on that authentic.
Where day?
Where day? I like that. Where day? So that's coming up. 2 to go. I think a 1 and 4. I mean, again, if you're thinking about the 1 and 4, we get 1 spot taken in here, putting it at 2 to go, Dom. This will go very fast. The greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, still out there on that ripped Patriot, Buccaneer, and Michigan speed flex.
It's a 4-spot break, too. So if you get in the double or the quad, you get that football spot. You don't have to worry about divisions, the AFC East and the NFC South. If it's football, and if it's those 2 speed flexes, they're yours.
Yeah, happy birthday, Den. Says usually I'm a man of my word. I'm just busy with today being my birthday. Well, happy birthday, of course. First and foremost, Den. Appreciate it.
You were the one who mentioned it, though.
You did bring it up, though. So enough time to comment, enough time to order, but definitely the happiest of birthdays to you, Den McKeon. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Den.
Nothing like treating yourself to a birthday break and maybe some birthday luck here in the break room. That could be the play. 2 to go in that double box. I'll drop that link in the chat for you. 2 spots to go. This is the rep double. Still no shots for our guy Bouchard tonight, Dom?
Let me check.
There's a Panther goal to Chuck scored.
You needed that last week.
I know. Where was that last week to Chuck? So
who's the point? Let's see.
Let me see what my app says. Evan Bouchard, no shots on goal.
No. We got a shot still. I'm looking at the shot miss.
So it's got to be shot on goal. It must be saved, apparently. That's what we're looking for, Dom.
It's just got to be on net. It's got to hit the goal. Yeah, it can't just miss. So just hit the goalie right in the logo.
Come on, Bouchard.
Just hit him in the chest.
Things we need to see here.
We don't need a goal. We just need some shots on goal.
Panthers were my Stanley Cup final pick when the series started, about to be up 3-1. Who would have thought, by the way, that going in, a lot of folks thought the NHL finals will be a 6-7 game series. NBA will be 4 or 5 games. NBA looks like a 7-game series to me, Dom. The Pacers have not lost back-to-back games since like March 6th and March 10th or something.
The Pacers,
have not lost back-to-back games since March.
When's the last time the Thunder lost back-to-back games, too?
I don't know. But I'm saying, like, the Pacers haven't lost back-to-back, so the chance of them losing 3 in a row, pretty low. It feels like a 7-game series to me at this point.
It's going to be they win 1, Thunder win 1, Pacers win 1. So the team that wins game 1, which was the Pacers, works out for them.
Right.
Hey, if you're Ty Percival, you're like, perfect. 7 games.
Yeah, he's got that big gift card coming his way. I know. Ty Percival. He might be over $1,000 now. We're talking about the biggest gift card ever in break room history, and I thought it was $1,000. Well, Ty might get one over $1,000.
And we still have Steven Lenhart and Ronnie Sayre battling for the finals, the gift card. The Pacers and the Thunder. Ronnie has the Pacers. Steven has the Thunder.
Let me see how many threes were in the game last night. I think it was 28 and 29 the first 2. Actually, a little bit less threes in game 3, 19. But still, he got what he needed to Pacer win.
Yeah.
To extend the series.
So
So if you're watching, Ty,
Pacers in 5.
look, I'll put it this way: it's more likely that it's Pacers in 5 than Thunder in 6.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way.
We both had the Thunder, but I think we both had 6, right?
I had 6, yeah.
So
I mean, we could be right. I think it'll be 7 though, Dom.
I don't know if they win 3 straight. It's tough.
It's tough to win 3 straight.
1 to go on that practice squad, guys, and I believe those are the last 2
They are
boxes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Then a brand new series, which you told me off air is loaded for a practice squad.
yeah.
So that'll be fun. So, guys, it is a guaranteed AJ Green in there. A full-size Salute to Service Authentic plus 1 more. So definitely, I mean, what's the buy-in for the double? We're looking at
96.
96. So the whole break, we're looking at roughly $800. So the AJ Green worth a little bit less than that, obviously. But if you double up, maybe you get more than your money's worth. If you win with even like 4 spots, you profit. So there's some, I mean, an authentic helmet is an authentic helmet.
Yes.
AJ Green, 7-time Pro Bowler, over 10,000 receiving yards. Love that white ink. Very, very clean bingo lid. Anytime you get a guaranteed authentic in a practice squad break, you take that shot, right? You take that shot. AJ Green, he played with, did he play with Carson Palmer? I don't know if he played with Carson Palmer. Andy Dalton he played with for sure, right? Could have played for Carson Palmer in Arizona, ironically. Never played with Carson Palmer.
Kyler Murray.
Who was it?
Kyler Murray.
Okay. But his quarterback was in Cincinnati, Andy Dalton.
Yes.
The Red Rifle. So Andy Dalton. So, I mean, look, if you put up those numbers with Andy Dalton as your quarterback, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I mean, Andy Dalton without AJ Green was a backup quarterback.
Yes.
The reason why Andy Dalton, his numbers look pretty serviceable those first couple years
This
was
dude.
AJ Green.
Yeah. 100%, guys. So 1 spot to go. Who's going to get that last spot? Close up that practice squad double. Already got a spot taken in the diamond double, putting us at 7 to go.
I forgot Dalton played for the Bears.
Now, he did, yeah. He was the starter before Justin Fields. Andy Dalton, Chicago.
Probably should have stuck as the starter.
Maybe. Maybe. Guys, all the diamond helmets still left out there. Double up again. Jefferson and Favre, Saquon in primetime, McConkey and Tomlinson, Lewis and Myles Garrett. Double up galore here in the onside kick. You want old school? We got the 2 best quarterbacks of the 90s. Steve Young, Brett Favre, Ray Lewis, the greatest linebacker maybe of all time. Deion Sanders, maybe the greatest corner of all time. LaDainian Tomlinson, top 5 back ever. You want new school? Arguably the best receiver, Jay Jettis. The best running back, Saquon Barkley. The best, defensive player, Myles Garrett. A lot of goodies in here. Where do you land on the Madden curse? So there's a legitimate Madden curse. We've had, Michael Vick. We had even like Peyton Hillis. Like we've had... who else was
McCaffrey last year.
McCaffrey last year. I mean, I think Brady and Mahomes were the only guys that seemingly evaded it. And Saquon's had a lot of injury issues. Obviously, if he's healthy, there's no stopping him. Do you think there could be a Saquon curse, or do you think he's going to just pick up where he left off from last year?
If there's any player who can break the Madden curse, the fantasy football player curse, the offensive player of the year curse, it is Saquon Barkley. He's got a couple curses not going his way, but
right?
Hey, great players, they break the curses, right? Saquon Barkley, all-time great player. On that Philly team, is just still loaded, too. I mean, that offensive line, still an absolute unit.
I never wish for anyone to get injured either, so I'm hoping that it's not going to be like a curse situation.
Yeah, definitely.
So beautiful lid right there. Saquon, come and get that one, guys. The Madden cover number 26 in 2026.
Practice squad ready for you.
We're talking about practice. Hey, speaking of Madden, former Cub manager Joseph Madden. How about that?
Oh, I thought he just got hired somewhere. I'm like, what? Joe Madden, the new?
No, he's got time. Time on his hands.
Well, what's up, Joe? This Joseph, man, how you doing? I thought the Cubs Joe, man. I thought he got hired somewhere. I was
right?
Like, again?
Aaron Workman, Rob Burnett, Tony Gonzalez in here also.
What's up, Tony?
We got sports royalty in the break room. David Holokowski and Ashley Tuggle. So actually, I don't even need numbers on the last two in the series. Last two in the series. Who won the Emmett? Emmett was won by
Ricky
Johns.
Yes.
Ricky Johns, newer customer, won the Emmett. I believe his first Speed Flex ever. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Oops. Let me take that down.
So then the new one, you're right there, Alex. Is that a 30? The new practice squad, what does it say? 30 boxes? I think it's 30. I think it's right up there. Isn't that it straight ahead? One of those should be it.
Yeah, 30.
30 boxes. Perfect.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning, 1 through 30 for the next practice squad. Numbers are gone, Ashley. There's only 2 numbers left. I just deleted them, but it's the last 2 numbers, so don't even need box numbers for this break because it is the final 2 numbers available here in the break. Well, it's 2-0 Panthers, which means that they got to let it rip, the Oilers, right? Shoot the puck. Come on, Bouchard, Dom. All right, so AFC North is going to snag themselves the AJ Green, but there is one other box here in the double box. And we'll take a look at that brand new practice squad here shortly. Ashley says, gotcha. Yeah, you got it. All right, 8 clicks, Dom. We got Joseph Madden in the NFC North, looking to be king of the North. Joe Madden. How about that? Aaron Workman has the NFC South. He's working hard. Ashley Tuggle, NFC East. Tony Gonzalez. I'm Tony Gonzalez in the NFC West. Rob Burnett just got an AJ Green, looks like here, Dom. AFC North. AFC South is Rob. Aaron's in the AFC East. And David, you've got the AFC West. Good luck, guys. Let's have some fun here in the practice squad. 2 out of 30 coming up here, Dom. 2 out of 30, the Derek Jeter number. I think I know which this one might be here. It is pretty heavy. It is a full-size authentic. A gentleman that made 7 straight Pro Bowls, over 10,000 career receiving yards. How about the beautiful AJ Green? Salute the service authentic. AFC North, the king of the North, the king of the North, Rob Barnett.
Congrats, Rob.
Very cool.
Nice hit. AJ Green, salute the service. Very nice.
This is the prototypical player that you think of Hall of very good.
Yeah.
He's probably just outside the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Again, had he played on better teams, had he had better quarterbacks, had he not gotten hurt later in his career, we could be talking about Hall of Fame easily. But AJ Green, terrific receiver, terrific hit, Rob. 2 spots, paid about $200. Got his money's worth and then some on the AJ Green authentic, Rob.
Yes, sir. Nice hit, Rob.
Mr. Barnett.
Now we're going to have that double rep coming up.
All right. Did Den get in?
No.
Oh, he missed out. Man, I hate when that happens, when someone says let's get in the break and they don't get in themselves and they miss out, Dom. That stinks. But that's okay. Rep double is coming up. We got some heat coming up here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. We got the heat at UA. The best of the best here in the room. I'll put the AJ Green away. It's a nice lid, but we have a pretty good table here tonight. Got to make concessions somewhere, Dom. But a lot of goodies here in the room tonight. A lot of goodies. A lot of great hits. All right. Oh, there's one more box, too, by the way.
Yeah.
I almost forgot.
Excited to see what that is.
Uh-huh.
The and more section. What position do you think it's going to be?
I'm going to go tight end. I'm going to go Rando.
Okay. What do
Tight
you got,
end.
Alex?
I'm going to go defensive end.
Defensive end.
Lineman.
Okay.
And I'm just...
I'm going to go slab card. I'm like trying to figure out what this is. This might be a slab card.
I haven't seen one of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Steve Young. Wait, no, what?
Not Steve Young. You're doing position. You're
Linebacker.
Linebacker?
Yeah.
Ray Lewis slab, right? Yeah, I went out of the box with tight end. out of the box. There we go. Yeah, absolutely. Memories with family are most important. Then go and make those memories, my man.
Yeah.
Memories with family are the most important. No doubt about that.
Oh.
See, I told you it was a slab card. I was like, it felt super light. I was like, what could it be? It's not jewelry. So what did we go? You went with I went
linebacker.
And you went with what, Alex?
Yeah.
Well, we're all wrong. We're all wrong on this one.
Makes sense.
We do have a Gem Nintendo.
There you go.
It is a Michael Vick numbered. This is actually a lot of these out there, but numbered 1698 of 2001. So a very popular card on Michael Vick. Very, very nice. MV7, NFC South. That is Aaron Workman.
Very nice.
Very nice, Aaron. Michael Vick, one of the most electric football players of all time. Number one all time in yards per carry, Dom. Just didn't get the minimum attempts to get that Jamal Charles record.
I was the closest. I said Steve Young, lefty quarterback.
Yeah, lefty quarterback. Very close. Michael Vick just hiding out there in the break room for Aaron Workman.
I forgot series we were doing for a second.
All right, Michael Vick slab. Good job, Aaron.
Very nice. That's a cool hit.
I always think of that run against the Vikings, Dom.
Yes.
Where two guys smash into each other.
Yes, the
and
overtime.
Vick gets the touchdown in overtime. Very cool. Does anyone want my Michael Vick rave helmet? Because the fiance won't let me display it. So if anyone wants it, let me know.
If you didn't beat the Packers in the postseason, I would take you up on that, but I can't. If you beat the Packers in the postseason,
He was the first guy at the time to ever do it.
yeah, at Lambeau.
No one had won at Lambeau in the playoffs until Michael Vick and Algie Crumpler and the boys did it.
The only exception I have is Tom Brady, though. I have a
What
Tom
do you
Brady
want
jersey,
for
so.
it, Comments says Polo? Probably cash, to be honest, Polo. I got a wedding coming up. So probably cash. I mean, probably the stuff that I would want for it would be like, stuff that is not a fair trade, like a Mahomes.
Pay for the catering for the wedding.
I would say either Devin Hester or cash. That's the only one I can think of that I would maybe want for that one.
You could pay for the catering, the venue, whatever you want.
The venue, I can't pay for the venue. I paid for the venue.
Oh, okay.
It's expensive. Can't quite pay for that.
We can reimburse you.
Yeah, right? So maybe we could talk, Polo. I'd probably give you a solid discount, to be honest, my man, just because fiance won't let me show it off. So it's the same as the Bijan, a Rave Authentic Michael Vick. Maybe a few $100 or something we could talk. Discount just from me to you, buddy. Blitz Rep helmets. Let's do that off air, though. I want to focus on the breaks right now. Blitz Rep double number 4. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. Robert Coleman, Samir Patel, Charles Quint, Tony Gonzalez, Julian Andrade, Bobby Webb, and Eric Zaffron here, guys. Who's got the goodies?
24.
Bobby Webb with 24.
Thanks, Bobby.
Polo will hit me up, thanks. Sounds like a plan, Polo. Maybe I can get us to ship it. Because that's the other part where I don't want to trade helmets. I feel like a customer now. 7 and 24. 7 and 24. I will get those off the ticker here on the Blitz Reps. You know what it could pay for, Dom? Realistically, hors d'oeuvres for the wedding. That's a possibility. Because they have the option of hors d'oeuvres. How often are those at weddings? You go to more weddings than anyone I know.
You gotta have them.
You gotta have them?
You gotta have the finger food. Where they walk around and they,
Yeah, because currently the current plan does not have hors d'oeuvres in it. So maybe that's what I could use for the Michael Vick helmet.
shrimp or,
Yeah, right? The goodies.
the little cocktail sausages. Little corn dogs, maybe.
Corn dogs, God. Now I'm getting hungry.
3-0, Florida.
And series is over, man. You see the guy that bet like $13 or $15 to win like what was it, like $200-something thousand. He had the Dodgers, the Eagles, one other one that hit. But he's got the Thunder and he's got the Oilers.
Florida, the college basketball
Maybe it was Florida.
or college football, maybe.
But
maybe
he's
I'll
got
say.
3 already, and he needs the Oilers and the Thunder. And yeah, it's not looking good right now.
We'll say it's about Edmonton last season. Obviously, this game's not over, so anything can happen. But they were down 3-0, and they came back to tie it, and then they lost Game 7. So If they do lose this game down 3-1, still not dead yet.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible in sports.
And I got you, William. I'll check that order for you.
You can't put dogs in a Vic helmet. No, you don't mix those together. So Robert down to Eric. Good luck, guys. 7 and 24 coming up. Good luck, folks. 8 clicks on the way here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, Tony Gonzalez, you got the NFC North. We got Robert Coleman, the NFC South. Julian Andrade, the NFC East. Robert Coleman, NFC West. Eric Zaffron, AFC North. Bobby Webb, AFC South. Samir Patel, AFC East. And Charles Quint in the AFC West. We got 7 and 24 coming up. Full-size rep helmets.
Really fast for William Hawkins. That order number, that break did happen in the 9 o'clock show, the 9 a.m. show. It was 1 hour and 46 minutes into the show, and Marissa Downby won both helmets, a Terrell Suggs rep and a Wayne Corbett rep. So
She
Marissa
runs the break room right now.
doubled up in that break.
Marisa. All right, first box coming up. 7. The Elway box. 777. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. I love this one. One of my favorite players growing up. Hall of Fame linebacker, former D-boy, Brian Urlacher. Very nice, Tony Gonzalez. Brian Urlacher, probably one of the few linebackers in the history of the National Football League that can actually stand a chance against Tony Gonzalez. He's the guy that would, mark the tight ends, the running backs. Brian Urlacher did a little bit of everything. Like I said, former Defensive Player of the Year, pro and college football Hall of Famer, had no weaknesses, speed, power, simply put, one of the best in the game, 8-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, part of the 2000s All-Decade team, the great Brian Urlacher for Tony Gonzalez.
And the number one reason why you saw a bunch of guys in the early 2000s have a barbed wire tattoo on their arm. In Chicago, for
That's
sure.
what you did.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about
You
it.
got some guns, Dom.
Yeah, I've been lifting lately.
Working out?
Yeah, I've been lifting at 5-pound weight.
I got you.
10 reps a day.
You're like, get Alex out of here. I'm going to keep lifting boxes. I'm looking to get buff here in the break room. So very nice hit right there, Tony. Brian Urlacher. Iconic Bear lid.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing the Bears do well, it's linebackers. They never fails.
That is
There's
true.
a lot of other issues we have in Chicago, but linebackers and the Bears, synonymous together. Butkus, Singletary, Urlacher. Obviously, even in more recent years, I know they let him go, but Roquan Smith was very good. So they have a nice little tradition of linebackers in the Chi.
Very close of having a pick 6 in the NFC Championship game against the Packers, and
Come on.
he just got
Can we just drop that game? I hate that game. That's the last time the Bears were good, by the way.
Was that the last time the Bears won a division? Oh, no, they, no, Trubisky. But the last time the
No.
Bears won a postseason game?
Yeah, I think so.
See, I'm talking about good memories for the Bears.
Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I hated that game so much.
They already won the offseason this year. They're good.
Oh, God.
Do have a jersey personal
Okay.
for David. So, David, if you want to drop a box number and we can put that to the side and we'll open that whenever we have time to open that.
Yeah, probably next, right? Nothing else is ready, right? After this next box?
And there's David right there. He's the Mad Hatter. So, you can hand me box 14. We can.
14, Mad Hatter. Not Mad Hater, though. Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hater.
Because we don't have haters here. It's just hatters. 14. Thank you, thank you. I'll keep it right here. And then we got one more rep coming up. One more rep. I like the Urlacher, Dom. Let's put it next to you.
Perfect. Love it.
Hey, it's not as bad as the Viking, right?
My favorite Urlacher player of all time?
The Brady play. Let me guess.
Tom Brady in the 1-4, the juke.
I figured that was the case.
Hit him with the first down.
God.
Known
Everyone gets
scrambling,
lucky once in a while.
known scrambling quarterback Tom Brady.
Oh, totally on Brady. All right, the second box coming up. By the way, I will say, remember we mentioned thinking about getting the spot. The 5th spot was Tony Gonzalez. So had a customer pulled the trigger, that would have been a win. Tony Gonzalez winning the Brian Urlacher. Happens all the time in the break room, man. All the time.
Good bet. You did bring that up. Good
Right.
point.
And, this also happens a lot in the break room. We talk about a player, it's almost like Beetlejuice. We just pulled him. Here he is again. Michael Vick on the Falcon rep. Very, very clean. Robert Coleman. You've got MV7 Michael Vick. One season in Atlanta. People forget this. Finished runner-up in MVP voting. Peyton Manning got the MVP. Michael Vick was second. So very, very nice on the MV. Yeah, secondary headliner Michael Vick for Robert Coleman. That's the right one.
No,
And the Urlacher. Yep,
Yeah.
Urlacher as well.
Thank you, sir.
So very, very nice, Robert. 4-time Pro Bowler. Terrific quarterback, Michael Vick.
Congratulations.
And for him, go ahead.
That's the old school Falcons. The first helmet that he wore for Atlanta. I love that lid too. Very cool.
I was going to say, Dom, for him, too, people forget, what a cannon arm he had. He can throw the ball a mile. That Monday Night Football game with the Eagles to Deshaun Jackson. I mean, accuracy was something he had to work on. But, had he started with Andy Reid earlier in his career, he could have been a much better passer because his arm was incredible.
Deshaun Jackson was just on the Chris Long podcast, and they talked to him about the quarterbacks that he played with, and he said Michael Vick by far the hardest ball. He had a rifle. And he said the best thrower, the easiest, throwing it where you need it as a wide receiver, Matthew Stafford, which bodes well for Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, who we both have in the break room. There you go.
Dom, I have 3 quarterbacks that I think are the most underrated quarterbacks of all time. And actually, you brought up Matthew Stafford as one of them for me. Obviously, the other one is Steve Young, who I have 7th all-time in my quarterback rankings. Then my 5th quarterback of all time, Drew Brees, who's in that new series in the practice squad. Look at that beautiful Drew Brees rave. Devontae Adams in here. Josh Allen's in here still. Bo Jackson. A customer was asking about Bo Jackson. Here's the Bo Jackson now.
There he is.
And there's Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams together. Get in that double box break. Get the wide receivers for the Rams, man. Get a Baker Mayfield, Drew Brees in the NFC South double. Get a Bear for me, a Packer for Dom, Jordan Love, Brian Urlacher.
Yes.
Lawrence Taylor, Micah Parsons, double up options. And you guys will see in that new practice squad, too. Is Marshall Faulk even on the ground? He is. Okay, so Marshall Faulk is a rep. And then all the other ones are authentic, Dom. The only replica, obviously, Jersey Allen, football, Lawrence Taylor, but all the helmets in here you see are all authentic except for Marshall Faulk. That's a brand new practice squad, the 2-minute warning, 30-box series. What is that? 4, 8, 11, 12 photo headliners, 3 secondary, 15 and 30 chance at a headliner in that new practice squad. It is pretty loaded, if you ask me, the new practice squad. I'll put the Michael Vick away. We'll run that jersey personal, and then we'll keep the party going. 8:14 on a Thursday night, and we'll go to at least 9:30 tonight. But if the breaks are busy, could be 10, could be 11, could be even later. You guys keep the orders coming. We'll keep breaking the boxes, guys. But, about an hour more at least to heat up the break room here tonight. All the headliners out there in the practice squad, all the photo headliners in the diamonds, almost all the photo headliners in the 1 and 4. We have now a 9 in 14 chance at a headliner in the reps. We have an 8 and 11 chance in the can't miss jersey and mini. We have great ratios across the board, guys. So come and get those spots here in the UA Live break room, guys. Come and get those spots. All right, so jersey personal. The Mad Hatter. Let's see what we got for your jersey personal, my man. 14. The Ernie Banks number. Let's play 2, they said. With Ernie Banks, jersey personal. Got a lot of new series right now. A lot of new series. A lot of chances for some headliners, guys. Get your spots. All right, we got a 4-time Super Bowl champion with the Niners. It is Eric Wright on the jersey. He's got the 4-time Super Bowl champion inscription on there. Eric Wright. So terrific hit right there, David. One of the iconic red jerseys with that Beckett QR code. The San Francisco 49ers, Eric Wright. All right. See what I did there? All right. All right.
That was good.
Not bad. So he was a 4-time Super Bowl champion, former Pro Bowler, former All-Pro. Nice lid right there. And by the way, Eric Wright, I forgot this for a second, Dom. Went to where? Mizzou! Wow. Mizzou legend, Eric Wright. That is my college man. I gotta love my Mizzou guys here. 2nd round pick out of Mizzou, 1981 draft, Eric Wright jersey. Love all Mizzou Tigers. Kellen Winslow, maybe the greatest Mizzou Tiger when it comes to football of all time. Available in that triple signed Eric Coryell Charger jersey. So, nice job, David. And question for you guys in the chat is, what do you want to break next? Even though Den didn't get in the break, Den bringing up the rep helmets, let that to sell out, Dom.
That is true.
Let's see what we could sell out next. Eric Wright jersey.
Congrats to the Mad Hatter.
Holakowski. Is that Polish? Holakowski? David Holakowski? I don't know. He might let me know.
Got the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. He has a collection. He's got a Johnny Depp autograph.
There you go. It is. See, it is Polish. See, I'm good. Good. It's like Lewandowski, the Barcelona player. Tkachuk, by the way, has 2 goals from Dom. Always happens. Better than him last week. Not so much.
I don't think we have anything that we need right now.
Okay.
I don't think anything.
Well, we still got this game started.
No, I just found out that game's tomorrow.
Rats. So we bet on a game tomorrow.
I kept looking. It was like 6:30. Why didn't this start already?
Okay. Well, hey, we have something to talk about tomorrow too. Then.
Hopefully we get there. I mean, I have that with the hockey stuff. So
I have that just on that game alone.
I probably won't get there.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll still be. Hey, I got 1 shot on goal for him. Bouchard.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
We got 1 on goal.
We just need 2 more, right?
Yeah, 2 more.
All right, we're on pace.
And O'Neal Cruz needs to get a hit for me.
Come on, O'Neal.
So let's do it. All right, guys, what do you want to do next? What do you guys want to do next here in the break room? What are we feeling next? So I'm going to break this down based on level of player. If you're a heavy spender who's got money to spend, who wants the best of the best, Dom, right? You want the best stuff in the break room. You have a couple options that I recommend the most, Dom. First and foremost, for football-only fans, it's this break. No doubt about it, the Diamonds. We have 27 boxes left. We have 12 photoed headliners and 3 secondary headliners. It's a 15 in 27 chance at an authentic headliner, right? Secondary headliners being Alvin Kamara, Brian Urlacher, and A.J. Green. The photo names are all out there. We're talking about Myles Garrett, who, such an incredible football player. I know the salaries are higher now, but that's something, and it's probably not going to last, Eventually, Micah Parsons might get a deal, but currently, imagine being able to say you're the highest paid player ever on defense. That's what Myles Garrett could say. And he's worth it, actually.
$40 million per season.
That's crazy. Man, that is crazy. Ray Lewis, 13-time Pro Bowler, most official tackles of all time. You can double up Myles Garrett, Ray Lewis in the AFC North. Ladd McConkey, he was already top 10 in receiving yards last year. This dude's going to have a heck of a career. Him with Harbaugh, with Herbert. This is the guy that I would not be shocked to see in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Dom. Ladd McConkey. He's very, very good.
Nice start to his career.
I think he's a better version of Wes Welker. More explosive. That's the best way to put it. Wes Welker was iconic. Led the league in catches 3 times. Saquon Barkley, definitely a Pro Football Hall of Famer. One of the best running backs of all time. Got drafted top 5. I think number 2, Dom. Worth it. The Giants, in retrospect, obviously lost him. But, he's the guy you draft with a second pick you're happy with that.
That was the Josh Allen draft, the Lamar Jackson draft. That was
Yeah.
a Baker Mayfield draft. That was a loaded draft.
Still a good pick.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Jefferson on that beautiful Viking speed flex, number 1 all time in receiving yards per game. Now we have the number 1 guy as far as most consecutive starts by a quarterback, Brett Favre. Maybe the number 1 corner of all time, Deion Primetime Sanders. I'm going to put this out there, Dom. It didn't happen this last go around, even though it was rumored. Deion Sanders will one day be a coach of the Cowboys.
Wow.
It's going to happen.
All right.
It's going to happen. Eventually, it's going to happen. I think he's a lot better as a coach than people give him credit for. Deion will get his chance to coach the Cowboys at some point in his
Not
career.
a believer in Brian Schottenheimer?
Actually, I saw some cool videos of him.
He's
He's taking the quarterbacks to dance classes.
winning me over.
I actually like him. But you know how it is for him. He might do the same thing the previous coach did.
I bet
Win a lot of games, don't make the Super Bowl, you get kicked out of Dallas.
I got a lunch bet with my buddy. Week 1, Cowboys-Eagles. I picked the Cowboys for the upset.
Ooh.
That's right.
The Cowboys covering week 1. Maybe not the upset, but the cover.
I'm going for the week 1 upset.
All right, let's go, Tom. Jay Jetta's still out there, like I said. Bijan Robinson on that rave. We're talking about the number 3 guy in rushing yards last year. Number 3 behind 2 of the best backs ever. Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry. LaDainian Tomlinson, 2nd most rush touchdowns ever. The 06 MVP inscription. Then the best lefty. 6 touchdown passes in a Super Bowl by Steve Young. That record's never getting broken, Dom.
No.
Never going to be touched. 6 touchdown passes in 1 Super Bowl game, Steve Young.
I know everyone wants the Super Bowl game where you score like the touchdown with the last second on the clock. I want a Super Bowl game like Steve Young. 6 touchdowns, they blow out the team, nice and easy.
I mean, look, I've been a Chief fan, these last few years. I mean, I have been since I went to school there in Mizzou, but all the Chiefs Super Bowl games have been extremely stressful. 2 blowout losses and 3 super close games. I want to see a Super Bowl where my team wins big, right? Definitely want to see a Super Bowl where we win big. No, don't make the trade, Chris. I'll leave it simple as that. Zaire Franklin led the NFL in tackles last year. Tony Gonzalez is a top 2 or 3 tight end of all time. No. I'll give you a simple opinion. No, you don't make that trade. It's Tony Gonzalez. So beautiful helmets in here, though, Dom. This is option 1 when it comes to the big spenders. I would say option 2 would be the 1 and 4, where we have the best item in the room, the Tom Brady Rip Speed Flex, Bucks, Patriots, Michigan, $3,000 to $4,000 helmet. Still got the Michael Penix Speed Flex as well. Very, very cool right there on Michael Penix. We still got ourselves the best shooter in the game, Curry, the 3-time MVP, Jokic, Connor Bedard, Austin Matthews, The Undertaker. We have Magic Johnson, Karl Malone, Mookie Betts, loaded series. Those are probably my top 2 recommendations for the heavy hitters with a lot of money to spend. Vault is good as well. I mean, if you're a Derrick Henry fan, Jamar Chase, George Kittle, Edgerrin James, LaDainian Tomlinson, Vault is good. That's probably my number 3, though. I would go Diamond, 1 and 4, top 2 recommendations for the heavy hitters. For the guys that are more in between, there's 2 that I recommend. The practice squad and the reps. So it's a brand new practice squad with every single headliner left. We're talking about the MVP quarterback, Josh Allen. Top 10 quarterbacks today, Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love. Top 5 linebacker ever, Brian Urlacher. 2 top 10 receivers, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. Top 5 quarterback ever, Drew Brees. Top 5 dual sport athlete, Bo Jackson. Micah Parsons, I've been watching some training camp footage on social media, Dom, like you. And he looks like a man possessed in training camp. Just running over everybody. So look out for Micah Parsons. I know it's your pick for Depoy this year, and I think it's a good pick. Because I looked at myself like the 3 best defensive players in the game are TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, and Micah Parsons.
Contract year, too.
Contract year, but I was going to say voter fatigue year.
True.
The other 2 have won the Depoy. He has not won the Depoy. So Micah Parsons could very easily get that award this year. Bijan Robinson, you were talking about it, would be your first pick in fantasy. It is very hard to disagree with that, Dom.
I have to stop saying that out loud.
Yeah.
Giving out my fantasy secrets.
Well, you won last year in our league, so I got to listen to whatever you're saying, man.
Roshan Johnson, number 1.
Oh. Ooh, okay. All right. Okay.
It's the first backup running back I could think of.
I'll give you a fantasy steal. Baker Mayfield. Top 3 in pass yards, passing touchdowns last season. Imagine this in this practice squad double. You get the NFC South. You get a Drew Brees rave and a Baker Mayfield flash authentic. We're looking at in the ballpark of $1,500, give or take. Those two combined for less than $100. So that's an option, guys. This is the medium to low spenders. Maybe you don't have as much money for the diamonds. You don't want to be in the 1 and 4. 30 boxes, and we have ourselves 369, Caroline. 10 full-size helmets, 9 authentics. Marshall Faulk's the only rep. I believe this is a practice squad record. 9 authentics.
Damn.
Out of 30 boxes.
And some damn good names, too.
Right? And then the non-authentics are Josh Allen. The best, MVP, top 2 quarterback in the game. Lawrence Taylor, the GOAT defensive player. This series is loaded. Then the other recommendation for the medium to lower level players would be the Blitz replica helmets, right? This is $49 a spot. You get a Tyreek Hill rave. Again, these rep helmets display the same as the authentics, Tom, right? They look the exact same. Warren Moon, Tim Brown, Antonio Gates, Kurt Warner, Hines Ward, LaDainian Tomlinson, Devontae Adams, Rodney Harrison, Steve Largent. It's a 9 in 14 chance at a headliner in these awesome reps. And my favorites are left. The Hines Ward rave, the Hill rave, the Warner amp, the 3 sharpest lids in the series still out there in the Blitz reps. And actually, I low-key forgot the can't miss jersey and mini. $45 a spot. Get a Josh Allen jersey worth more than 10 times your spot. That is crazy. Joe Burrow's still in here. 2 of the top 4 quarterbacks in the game. Michael Irvin, Julius Peppers, Hall of Famers. Randy Moss, a Hall of Famer. Eric Coryell jersey. Fouts, Joyner, Winslow. 3 Hall of Famers on 1 jersey. Part of that Eric Coryell offense. 8 and 11 chance total with the Warren Moon Sterling Sharp. So there's an abundance of good options. It is 8:28. You guys let us know where you want to head tonight, right? Customers do rule this thing, Dom. The customers do decide what we rock and roll with. So you guys let me know. Let me know what you guys are thinking. What are your favorites right now? Anything that, I know we talked about it earlier. Has anything changed the last hour or so, Dom?
Well, now that we have a Jordan Love helmet in that practice spot, you get them for $50. I love that. But still, obviously the Tom Brady, the Speed Flex, I love that, and the 1 and 4. The 1 and 4 is my favorite series that we have in the break room. I'm a fan of everything, sports and, media, entertainment, wrestling. So the 1 and 4 definitely in the series there. And then you got names like Steph Curry and Jokic. But the Diamonds, the Saquon Barkley, the Ladd McConkey, the Justin Jefferson, the Dion. Got my guy Brett Favre in there as well, so I'd love to do some more Diamonds.
Brett Favre and Jefferson, those two combined worth over $2,000. Get it for less than $200 in the double.
That's right. Saquon and Dion.
Saquon Barkley, Deion Sanders, NFC East double up. Again, these Chrome flexes in the ballpark of $1,500 could be more on a name like Saquon Barkley, Dom. You could potentially find the right buyers and sell the Saquon and Deion Sanders combined for more than $3,000 if you're patient and you find the right buyer. $3,000 or $200? What's better?
I'd rather spend $200 and then sell it for $3,000.
Exactly right, man. So those are some really, really good options here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. And I will say, I get that some folks maybe just want football, but we just pulled that Brady helmet in the first half of the Vault series, right? Entering the show, there was 17 boxes left out of 30. That means the first 13 boxes, Tom Brady went. This Tom Brady helmet, Jamar Chase and Justin Herbert already went. This could be in the very next break. We have this very, very common mistake customers make. I'm going to wait till there's 12 or 13 or 14 boxes left. Whether it's tonight, whether it's tomorrow night or Saturday night, whatever night it is, we're going to get on a Brady Chase eventually. But it could come out in the very next box. So don't wait till we're down to 15. You see a Brady helmet, you see this helmet, a top 10 helmet in the history of our company, a top 10 helmet I've ever seen of the greatest quarterback of all time. You got to take your shot at least once, right?
That's right. At least once.
Like, you can't have regrets in life. Didn't take a shot at Brady, and I regretted it, right? I mean, a lot of teams regretted passing him up in the NFL draft, right? Mm-hmm. That was a very, very common regret, back in that day.
198 picks later, Tom Brady.
I will say one thing about that, too. I'm going to be completely honest, Dom. Bill Belichick passed him up in the 3rd and the 4th, the 5th round.
Yeah.
Like, if you're that sure, you would take him in the 3rd round, right?
Yeah.
So people that say that Belichick's a genius for finding Brady, no, he got lucky.
He did get lucky.
He got extremely lucky.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with getting lucky.
Sometimes getting lucky is better than good, as they say, right?
Heck yeah.
But it's just one of those things like, Belichick is so smart. He found this, he found that. I'm like, no, no. He got lucky with Tom Brady. Now, Belichick is very smart. He is one of the best coaches and general managers of all time. But he got very, very lucky.
Was smart sticking with Tom Brady when there was some people who wanted to go back to Bledsoe, especially after the AFC Championship game. People forget about Brady got knocked out, and Bledsoe came in and won the game for them. So there was talk for those 2 weeks. Who's going to start, Bledsoe or Imagine that nowadays. A Super Bowl, you don't know who's going to start as the quarterback.
When I think, too, even before that, I think it was even before, I can't remember what week they deemed Bledsoe to be healthy, but I think it was late in the year. Mm-hmm. So he's still stuck with Brady. So now that he gets credit for.
Yes.
That's a much harder decision because Bledsoe, I think, was a first overall pick.
Yes, he was, 1993.
Pro Bowler. He actually was in the Super Bowl a few years before that against your Packers. You're welcome, Dom. So Belichick gets his credit for doing that. I'm just saying for drafting Brady, he was lucky. Lucky. But it is hands down the best draft pick in sports history, right?
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right?
Yeah.
They'll take it. Patriot fans like, okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll take it.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. Definitely would love to see Tom Brady tonight. If you guys want to see the greatest quarterback on the greatest helmet, tonight's the night, right? Tonight's the night to get those spots. Let's go Brady chasing here in the break room.
There will never be a better draft pick in sports history, right?
No, I don't see how there could possibly be a better draft pick given where he got taken. I mean, I think like Joe Montana, 3rd round, was a really good pick. Even like Drew Brees in that new practice squad. Drew Brees, albeit the 1st overall pick, but 2nd round pick.
Exactly. Every team
Second
passed on
round
him.
pick, Drew Brees. Mm-hmm. That was a really good draft pick as well. So what round did Puka Nacua get drafted in?
Was it the 5th?
Because that was late too.
6th?
Round was 4th round.
Yeah.
Wait, what was Brett Favre a 2nd round?
Yes, he was.
Brett Favre was 2nd round, still in those diamonds.
Puka 5th. Devontae Adams 2nd round pick.
5th round, Puka Nacua. Mm-hmm. So that's in the practice squad. Brett Favre, 2nd round pick.
Patrick Mahomes, where did he go? Late 1st?
I think it was 10th.
Yeah, because they traded up.
10th or 11th.
They traded up to get him with Buffalo.
Yeah, but people said that they reached on him. The Chiefs reached on Mahomes.
I think so.
Was he 10 or 11?
10th, yeah.
10th, yeah.
I think they reached.
In
hindsight.
In hindsight. There's a lot of really, really good draft picks.
They could have had Taco Charlton.
Yeah.
If they stay put.
Totally. The footwork of Mahomes wasn't good enough, Dom. That's what the draft scout said. The footwork was lacking. He could never pull off those throws in the NFL.
You know, we don't have to talk about that draft. I don't like this draft. Packers traded down. We could have TJ Watt and we drafted Kevin King instead. We don't have to talk about this draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know who the Bears took in that draft.
Yeah, well,
let's move on.
Call it a wash.
We'll move on.
Yeah.
We'll call it a wash. Brett Favre drafted by the Falcons, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Who the Lions draft? He's making jokes over there. Let me check.
Probably someone good.
Gerard Davis. Gerard Davis. That was the pick for them.
Okay, so didn't do that much.
He was a middle linebacker.
Yes.
The Jets for a little bit too. I think he came back to the Lions and he was supposed to be good. He was a 1st round pick, man. He was supposed to be good.
What are we getting orders into, Dom?
Jerseys. We are 5 to go.
And I didn't mention this earlier today. It is Thirsty Thursday. If you buy 6 or more break spots in the same order, the same cards, you select a jersey with one of them, you get that jersey spot for free. Does not have to be all jersey spots. You can buy, say, like 2 jerseys, 2 practice squad, and 2 diamonds you would get one of those jerseys for free.
Just make sure it's the same cart.
Yes,
Same order.
not throughout the night. Must be the same cart.
Wipes.
Must be the same cart. So, yeah, Brett Favre was a really good pick. The NFL, at the time in the NFL draft, the commissioner, Brett Favre. That's what he called him, Brett Favre.
The Namniasamoah, it's probably the worst one of
A
all
lot
time.
harder. How do you say it?
Not even close. There's like a video Namniasamoah was talking about. He goes, it's supposed to be the greatest day of your life. And the commissioner just totally just butchers her name. It's not even close.
How about this? Favre was the 33rd pick. Was Breeze 33rd or 32nd? There might have been less teams back
It might have
then.
been 32nd because I think they only had 31 teams back then. I don't think Houston was a team
Just
yet.
pre-Texans. Yeah,
Yeah.
32nd pick. But the first pick of the second round, Brett Favre and Drew Brees.
You know, Breeze can just lie nowadays. Like, I was the 32nd pick, first round. He doesn't have to say second round pick.
Yeah,
I was
right?
pick
I was
32.
the 32nd pick.
Yeah.
When did Breeze? What year did he get drafted?
01.
0-1 for Breeze.
The Texans were.
Same year as LaDainian Tomlinson
Yeah. And they were teammates.
and Michael Vick, who we pulled a couple times. in.
Yeah. So that was a really good draft, the 0-1 draft.
Why were the Chargers teams, and still today, I mean, still great quarterbacks. The Chargers have had a bad quarterback since we started watching football. It was Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, now Justin Herbert.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And obviously
Pretty
LaDainian
good.
Thompson. They've always had a star-studded team.
And how
Whether
many
they-
Super Bowls?
Exactly. Exactly.
Before Breeze, Ryan Leaf.
Well,
Yeah,
you know.
well, hey, that's
Hey.
okay. I actually have met him. He's a nice guy. He did a lot of drugs and alcohol, but then he's now a motivational speaker.
For KC?
No, he just was speaking at one of the local colleges when I was in Missouri. He's actually recovered his life.
Yeah, I found him on Twitter.
Yeah,
he's
really. I think he works for, was it Fox or FS1?
he did
or
have it. Yeah, like
somebody.
ESPN was it?
Maybe ESPN.
Someone like a college show. But
He
yeah,
did work on a college
Definitely right.
show.
Turned his life around. Good to see that for him.
So, yeah, that was the 0-1 draft. Michael Vick was first. Santana Moss, 16. Steve Hutchinson, 17. Some notable names. Let's see here. Reggie Wayne was 30th in that draft. And then Drew Brees, 32nd. Chad Johnson, 36 in that draft. How about that? That's kind of cool.
Chad Johnson and Keyshawn Johnson cousins.
Hey, cousins, too. I think we have it written down there. Jameson and Kyron Williams, cousins. So, all about the cousins. Now, what are you guys thinking as far as the breaks? Let me put this in the chat. What would you guys...
Keyshawn Johnson's family who played in the NFL. Chad Johnson, Antron Roll, Brian Roll, Myron Roll, Samari Roll, and then Michael Thomas.
As soon as you said roll, that name is huge.
It's not bad.
2 Michael Thomases.
The good Michael Thomas before injuries, Michael Thomas.
Oh, never mind. They just put Michael Thomas twice. They have nephews, Michael Thomas and Michael Thomas, and I click them both, and they're both the same Michael Thomas. I was like, who's the other Michael Thomas?
Two Michael Thomas. What are we talking about here as far as Michael Thomas? So, guys, let me know what you want to break. Let me know what you guys want to get after tonight. One of my favorite stories is that draft that you hate by the Packers. Was it the Mandarich draft? What year was that? 89?
Yeah.
89. So now I'll kind of link all three of us in this one. Well, more you guys, but
Me getting the short end of the stick.
yes, obviously it was the Deion and the Barry Sanders draft. And it was when I was watching the Bye Bye Barry documentary. You know, you had Barry Sanders who gets a touchdown and hands the ball to the ref. Then Deion Sanders is out there showboating. Like, couldn't be like polar opposite personalities. But to think that arguably the best running back and the best cornerback get drafted in the same draft, that's pretty special.
They had highlights for that draft, this previous draft, and they showed Deion Sanders getting interviewed by Andrea Kramer, who used to work for
Yeah, I remember her.
HBO and ESPN.
Yeah.
And he was still Deion at the time, even when he was
Yeah.
in his young 20s. Goes, I'm glad Detroit passed on me. They couldn't afford me. So,
Right?
no offense, but
Yeah, but like it's kind of funny if you think about it though. Like,
I think it was more like,
Like,
him
the-
like making up for not being picked. He's like, Dean's like, good, I don't want to go there.
yeah,
He would
I
have.
think he ended up. I mean, obviously he left Atlanta, but like he ended up in the right place for him, the right situation. You know, one of those things that worked out well for him because actually that's when it allowed him to play for the Braves and play in the World Series and play in the NFL. Only got to play an NFL game and a World Series game in the same day. Deion Sanders.
That's right. I remember when he was on the Ravens, thinking that was the coolest thing when he came back because when I started watching football, Deion was retired, and you hear the stories of Deion Sanders. So when he was coming back, you're just like, wow, I finally get to watch Deion Sanders. And, you know, you think of him on the Ravens, like, oh, he was washed up. He wasn't bad at all in Baltimore. He was still a damn good player.
I mean, Deion, Deion is football, man.
He wasn't, the Cowboys Deion Sanders, but still a damn good player. 37, though. Looked weird, number 37.
Yeah, he was 37.
Yeah, it didn't.
Prime time. What do we got action in, Dom?
We got Eric Burns and Eric Linnell both in the jerseys.
I was going to say Eric's like the jersey. So jersey break is coming up. We are, what are we, like 2 to go in that one?
4 to go.
4 to go in the jersey break. So 4 to go, halfway there. Got some good names in here. O.J. Simpson, Deebo Samuel, Emmitt Smith in our favorite Navy jersey for the Cowboys. And then, of course, we got ourselves Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase jersey, very, very nice. On the Triple Crown winner, guys. 4 spots to go. I'll drop that link in. Jersey break should be happening soon. Speaking of NFL drafts, obviously one of the, at the time, ironically enough, a controversial pick by the Bengals. Everyone said Joe Burrow needs a offensive lineman. They drafted his former teammate Jamar Chase, who, by the way, is in this jersey series. He's also available in the vault break. Jamar Chase. Look at this beautiful Jamar Chase. Salute the service authentic. They said that the Bengals reached to get Jamar Chase, and turns out it was the right pick, right? Went to the Super Bowl with him, I believe his first year as a starter, and the rest is history. Triple Crown winner. I mean, without Jamar Chase, that Bengal team is not what they are. No doubt about it. Well, he makes them look better.
He gets them open.
Yeah, he makes them look better. No doubt about that.
They knocked Cincinnati for drafting Burrow because he was older too, if I'm not mistaken. Like older than they would like because he transferred. He started at Ohio State, then he went to LSU.
Yeah.
He was like in his 5th year.
Yeah, something like that. Well, Bengals did good with those guys. They did good with those guys for sure. Dom, by the way, Bouchard has 3 shots on goal, my thing is showing.
Okay, we're good.
But O'Neal Cruz has no hits, though. I've never lost. The 7th, and he just got out. So.
They're the away team, though, right? So.
Yes. So he might get one more at bat. Maybe. He was the last out of the inning, though.
We need the Pirates to get some guys on base.
Yes. So here's that vault. We're talking about Jamar Chase available in the jerseys and the vault. How a lot of folks were questioning the Bengals draft pick, Dom, saying that, Joe Burrow needed an offensive lineman. Turns out the Jamar Chase pick was one of the best picks the Bengals have made.
Yes, probably, obviously when you have the first pick in the draft and you draft a guy like Joe Burrow, there's not a lot of thought around that. It's a no-brainer, right?
It was an easy pick.
Right. When you have to pick between Penei Sewell, who Alex knows in the back, great player. That's not a bad pick if they would have picked Penei Sewell, but Jamar Chase he might be an all-time type player.
Yeah, it's called chemistry.
Yes.
It's called chemistry, and when you have that chemistry as a quarterback and a wide receiver, you don't pass in that chemistry. Simply put, you just don't do it.
I will give credit where credit's due. Penei Sewell got some Offensive Player of the Year votes last year, so
he did.
He's that guy's free.
Yeah,
he's probably the best offensive lineman now that Trent Williams is a little bit on the way down.
It might be argued he's the Lions' best player.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's not a fast athlete, but he's caught passes.
Yes.
He's.
I want to see how they look without Ben Johnson, because I actually think they're gonna have a lot of these fun plays even without him. I think the playbook is there, and it's gonna be copy what we did last year.
11th in Offensive Player of the Year.
It's not bad. Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
The loss of Ragnow is arguably worse than Ben Johnson.
Would you rather have Penei Sewell or Noah Sewell?
I would rather have Jamar Chase.
Okay. I was making a beer joke.
I know, you're kidding. 2 to go, guys, in that jersey break. 35 of you guys watching. 2 to go in the jersey break. Who's going to knock out those jerseys as we have fun here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. That's our next break. I'll probably do a rundown once we get cleared out of the jerseys. And then we do have our Chase Wheel Spin for the vault coming up at 9 o'clock. So jersey break will 100% happen this show. As far as next best bets at a break, got to get moving. I'll put it that way. 1 and 4 single, 3 to go. Again, Dom, one person buys in, gets it at 2 to go, that break will happen. Just need one order.
We see her all the time. All it takes is one person to come in the chat and be like, hey, is Tom Brady still available? And they're 1 and 4.
And they buy out the break.
We say yes, and boom, 3 spots taken right there.
And I still think the Diamond Double, even though it is 7 to go, is also one of the most likely ones because we got the Jetta's Chrome, we have the Barkley Chrome, we have all the headliners left in this series that are photoed. 5 Speed Flexes, Primetime, McConkey, Tomlinson, Saquon and Jetta's, Bijan, Rave, Steve Young, Ray Lewis, Myles Garrett. So everything is left, guys. That one is possible. Double ups, Saquon and Dion, Lewis and Garrett, Favre and Jefferson, Tomlinson and McConkey. The Butkus is gone from the jerseys. Yes, we did pull the Dick Butkus, George. Unfortunately, that one is off the board in the jersey break, my man. The late, great Dick Butkus.
The original monster of the Midway.
Yes. You've heard the story about Dick Butkus and signing the autographs in our break room before, right?
Yes.
So he actually signed, it was our old studio, but a week before he passed, he was in studio signing autographs here at UA. Dick Butkus, by the way, on a jersey, a photo of a headliner. I have seen Dick Butkus, Mike Singletary, Brian Urlacher, all in the and more section in the Vault and Diamonds. Urlacher being the Diamond secondary headliner in the series. So those are names we can get here in the room. And it's a domino effect, Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Once we're at 4 or less to go in these breaks, halfway there, they go pretty quickly. So I know some of these say 7, 8 right now. You got a couple spots. We get it down to 4 to go. It's going to go pretty quickly. So get your spots. Best case scenario, we knock out these breaks tonight. Obviously, with Dom and I, we want to get these done tonight. Worst case scenario, the orders carry over to tomorrow's 9 a.m. show, Dom. 9 a.m. show tomorrow. So keep it coming.
There we go. Just got closer. Closing out that jersey. I believe we are 1 spot to go.
And like I said, as soon as there's a 4 to go, it goes pretty quickly. When we were at like 4 to go, like literally like 6 minutes ago. And now we're at 1 to go. So you guys see the formula, how quickly these go here in the break room. We got 35 people watching. The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. The Frank Thomas number. You got the White Sox on today.
That's right.
It was kind of funny. You were quoting, players going to the Bears late, and I was like, the White Sox.
What? What?
Griffey.
Hey, I can dish it. I can't take it.
Didn't Manny Ramirez play in the White Sox?
I was at the game where he hit the homer.
Yeah,
his
you
one home
said
run.
that before.
His 1 home run with the White Sox.
Manny Ramirez, Griffey.
Yeah.
Probably others I just can't think of right now.
I'm going to Griffey bobblehead day.
Are you?
August something.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Number 17, Ken Griffey Jr.
That's right. It might be August 17th, actually. 3-2. Ooh, 3-2 now.
Ooh, the hockey game's getting closer.
Do we have anyone on Edmonton, the scorer?
I don't. But I just need Onio. And I told you I jinxed it because I told you before the show started. Every time I bet Onio Cruz hit, he's got it. Except for tonight.
Let's get one more at bat.
Yeah, come on, O'Neal. Could go to extras, too. So 3-2 now in the hockey game.
What's the Cubs score?
Also 3-2. Cubs are winning. But if it goes to extras,
Let's go, Buccos.
more chances. So basically, to get a O'Neal Cruz hit, I have to cheer against the Cubs.
Let's see the last.
He made the last out last inning. Unfortunately.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Oh, yeah, he's got 4 at bats.
Yeah. With the one walk.
Yeah, the one way, yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking, everyone had 3 at bats, and everyone had 2.
Well, it was the first, he got the walk right away, and I saw he was on base. Because he always does the game cast, and you see him on first. I was like, he got a single. Then I go over and look, oh, it was a walk.
I think Paul Skeen's tomorrow on the mound for the Pirates.
I was thinking I want to go to a baseball game this year. I would go to Cubs Pirates to see Paul Skeen.
That's the game to go to.
That's the game to go to.
Not Griffey Bobble Day?
No. Kelsey and Taylor there,
Yeah.
that's why they'll lose.
I saw him on when I was checking the score on ESPN. They had the little picture in the corner of Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift at the game.
What game?
The Panthers Oilers
Oh.
Stanley Cup game.
So who are they jinxing? The Panthers, the home team?
I think they're repping the Panthers. That would be
Well, they're winning, so
that'd be a bold move if they went there with
I gotta
Edmonton.
be honest, William. I hate to say this, but Travis Kelsey, I don't hate to say it, actually. I love to say it. Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift are winners. They're good luck charms. Ever since Taylor Swift started watching the Chiefs, they've won, 2 Super Bowls and been in 3? So not bad. Or is it 1?
I think 1 and been in 2, yeah.
1 win and 2 made.
Because I think that the first one, the 49ers, the last 49ers one, but 2 years ago was like the first time she was at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I believe so.
All right.
I'm not too caught up with that.
There's something that I saw on social media, and this is something my fiance shared with me. Which I will say, to be honest with you, Taylor Swift, decent singer. I think a little overrated as a singer.
Whoa.
But I have
Whoa.
good singer, but I have absolutely nothing against her. There's absolutely no reason for the hate. And the number one green flag woman on the market look for, Dom. And one of the one positives versus a red flag is men that hate Taylor Swift for no reason are considered a red flag.
You call her overrated.
So if you hate her for no reason, women are not going to go after you, William.
You did call her overrated, though.
No, I'm saying she's a good singer. Maybe not as iconic as some say, but I don't hate her. Like I don't hate people in general. I'm not made to make hate. I'm just saying she gets no hate for no reason. And the ladies on the market, if they figure out you hate Taylor Swift for no reason whatsoever, you're not going to ever get a woman again. So I would say go easy on the Taylor Swift hate if you want to get some good ladies down.
I got to buy me a Taylor Swift t-shirt.
Yeah. If you buy one of those, all the ladies are after you. So William says Travis has not even had a good haircut since Taylor, LOL.
He's letting it grow out.
I actually like his hair. He looks good, man.
I like the fade. I like when he had the
Yeah,
fade.
he's a good-looking dude.
Well, he's growing it out now, but I liked when he had like the short, like the fade. It was a cool look.
I think he looks great no matter what he looks like. That's my boy, Trav.
Yeah, he looks cooler than me with any haircut, Travis Kelce.
Drop me a box number for the jerseys, guys. Eric, George, Aaron, Daniel, and David. One of the Erics, I think that's Linnell with box 12. 7979. He's a big Jose Abreu fan. 79. Or was that Eloy Jimenez that was 79?
No, Eloy
was Abreu, right?
Yeah, Abreu was 79. Eloy was 74.
Okay.
I know that because when we were talking about the Field of Dreams earlier, I was getting sick to my stomach thinking how I have a Eloy Jimenez Field of Dreams jersey.
Yeah.
Box
12 in the jerseys, Alex. 12, the Brady box. 12 coming up in Los jerseys.
Why couldn't you say like AJ Przinsky? Like, talk about a good White Sox player.
Yeah. AJ Przinsky was fun. I like AJ Przinsky. All right, 12 out of 30. It's a great quarterback box. Tom Brady, the GOAT, available in that 1 and 4. Terry Bradshaw, Aaron Rodgers, Jim Kelly. Namath, Greasy. A lot of good number 12s.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck, yes. It's a good quarterback number. Very, very good quarterback number. All right, good luck, guys, for the jersey break. We'll do the wheel spin after this, Dom. It'll be right at 9 o'clock when we're done with this one. And then I'll do a top-to-bottom rundown after the wheel spin. And then we'll see where we'll be. I'll push it to 9:30 tonight, at least 9:30, guys. If the orders are bumping, we can go past 9:30. Minimum 35 more minutes, though, getting these breaks to keep the night going.
So not too many quarterbacks with number 12 anymore. A lot of receivers, though. Puka Nacua, number 12.
Yeah, because the Adams took 17.
Travis Hunter. Here's one superstar quarterback, Shedeur Sanders.
Is he 12?
He is 12.
Because Brady's his idol, right? Mm-hmm. So makes sense.
Nico Collins
is 12.
It's becoming a wide receiver number now.
Interesting.
Well, you know what happens? Like Tom Brady, he wears number 12, and he like owns that number.
Everyone wants
like,
it.
You don't want to wear. Yeah, you don't want to wear 23 in basketball because everyone just compares you to Michael Jordan.
Because if you're not really good, then everyone hates you.
Yeah, and then you want to have your own number.
Think about how many 23s we have in the NBA. Almost none.
None.
It's extremely rare.
Because everyone wants to have their own number.
Yeah. Eric's got the NFC North. David Holokowski, NFC South. That's Eric Burns, by the way. Daniel Baldino, NFC East. George Williamson, NFC West. Eric Linnell, AFC North. Eric Burns, AFC South. Eric Linnell, AFC East. And Aaron Custer in the AFC West.
Roger Staubach, Randall Cunningham.
Forgot to mention Terry Bradshaw, too.
You said Terry.
I did say Terry?
Mm-hmm. Doug Williams. John Brody.
How about this, Dom? How about this? Daniel Baldino, one spot. NFL's all-time Leading rusher, Emmett Smith on the Cowboys Navy jersey. How about them Cowboys? Daniel Baldino, Domini's favorite Cowboy jersey.
Blue.
The navy blue. Very, very nice, Daniel Baldino.
Nice hit, Daniel.
Shout out to Nick Jersa, a guy in middle school, high school, used to wear this jersey. He would also wear this jersey every week, man.
Oh, I was like, who?
The guy I went to school with.
It's like,
yeah.
who? I was thinking the Cowboys, like former Cow. Who's that?
Nick Jersa, if you're listening.
Nick.
Haven't talked to you since sophomore year of high school, but I remember you wearing the jersey all the time.
What's up, Nick?
Shout out to Nick. 3-3 says William Maynard. All right. And we got a hockey game here. 3-3 from William Maynard in the hockey game. And what a comeback for the Oilers, man. Mm-hmm. And what a comeback indeed. Best odds break right now. Well, it depends on if you're looking at photoed headliners or total headliners. I think as far as photoed headliners is the Diamonds. We have, 12 photoed headliners in 27 boxes. All the photoed headliners left with the secondary, Kyle. It's a 15 in 27 chance. Kamara, Urlacher, AJ Green. The Can't Miss Mini in Jersey probably has the best overall odds. We have 8 headliners total. 6 of them are photoed. Eric Coryell, Michael Irvin, Julius Peppers, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Randy Moss. Then we got Warren Moon and Sterling Sharp. But the reps are good too. We have 9 headliners and 14 boxes in the reps. Tyreek Hill, Warren Moon, Tim Brown, Antonio Gates, Kurt Warner, Hines Ward, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Devontae Adams. But technically, I would say the 1 and 4. With the secondary headliners right now, Dom, it's a 19 and 31 chance. Mm-hmm. So there's really good ratios everywhere right now. Yep, the blue one's better over the white one as well, in my opinion, Eric. I love that blue
Netflix
Cowboy
show
jersey.
coming out in August about the 90s Dynasty Cowboy teams.
You know,
Emmitt
I'll be
Smith,
watching.
You know, the Jimmy Johnson, Jerry Jones assemble teams.
I love Jimmy Johnson.
Me too.
He's so cool.
Me too.
He is so cool.
Just hearing him talk, what he looks for building a football team. So damn cool. I'm gonna miss him on Fox, the pregame shows.
Same. When does that come out?
August. It's on Netflix. They just announced it a couple days ago.
I know what I'll be doing in August.
Yeah, no, it looks really good.
It's perfect timing right before the season starts, too. And gets you excited.
They know what they're doing. America's Team, it's called. The Gambler and his Cowboys chronicles the rise of an NFL dynasty. August 19th.
Ooh. That's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Netflix does a good job with
the quarterback, the receiver series. I need to get back into watching. I've been so busy the last couple of weeks, but I am enjoying the NBA one as well.
There's Dion.
Dion will be in there.
He's there with the cowboy hat. You got him in here with the cowboy hat.
Is that Michael Irvin?
Yep. There's the Emmitt Smith.
I mean, think about the personalities on that team. Jimmy Johnson, the coach. Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders. That's a fun team.
They even have Herschel Walker. We could talk about. That
trades.
Herschel Walker trade was the start of the Cowboys dynasty.
Exactly right.
August 19th. That'd be awesome.
All right, I'll be watching.
We got Hard Knocks. August 5th. So,
man, that's coming up.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe it's June 12th right now? I can't believe that.
Give me to September 7th. I think that's the first game. I think that's the first game.
Gosh, that's so great.
I'm at the age I don't care about summer. I work. So I don't care about summer. I don't have summer off. Get me to September. Get me to fall. I want football.
My fiance is like, would you like to go to Galena in September or October? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know if that's the right time for a weekend trip.
I don't know,
The
Jim.
NFL is back, sweetie. And she's like, oh. I'm like,
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know.
We have the Hall of Fame game, July 31st, Chargers and the Lions.
Day after my birthday.
August 7th, the first preseason games. So there we go.
All right. The Bears played the Bills and the Chiefs in preseason.
Even earlier, September 4th is the Thursday football game. Eagles and the Cowboys. Then we got your Chiefs and the Chargers, September 5th.
Well, 7th is probably the Sunday
the
full slate schedule. Mm-hmm. Chiefs are on Friday, right?
Yes.
You were saying?
September in Brazil against the Chargers. How about this? This game just got a little better. Steelers and the Jets. A little more,
got a lot more better.
a little more interesting.
A lot more interesting. In Pittsburgh?
No, in Meadowlands.
Even better.
So he'll-
Even better.
Sure, he'll some
Even
booze.
better. Yeah, I think he'll get booed.
He'll get booed.
New York fans are mean.
Yeah, he's getting
They booed Aaron Judge. They're booing Aaron Rodgers.
I love Aaron Rodgers, but no offense, he really
Yeah.
didn't do anything for the Jets.
he's getting booed.
He's getting booed.
Let's do this wheel spin, guys. Then we'll do a rundown. Then we'll see where we're at. Definitely getting booed big time.
It's me and Alex.
in that game.
Week 1. Lions,
Yeah.
Packers.
I'm with you, Alex. I'm riding with you, buddy. Yeah,
Jerks.
I love it. That's right. Dom.
The old line, the enemy of my enemy is my best friend.
I like that.
Stole that from Call of Duty. Shout out Kyler Murray.
Of course you did. Kyler Murray. Hey, Myles Garrett's got the mini Kyler Murray tombstone. Let's see.
He said he's get the Aaron Rodgers one ready when he plays Pittsburgh.
8 clicks. It's Cole Carnamark in here. Cole, you are the Chase Wheel Spin winner, my man.
Congrats, Cole.
Let us know what number you want to start on. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1. 96 earlier. Good job, Robbie.
Damn.
I will say this, Dom. Here's how I know that Cole is not in the break room tonight, because Cole has been more of an early show player. I know he's not in the break room because we have a LaDainian Tomlinson Speed Flex and a Ladd McConkey Speed Flex in the Diamonds.
Charger
He's a
fan?
diehard Charger fan.
Makes sense.
He would be buying out the whole Diamonds right now.
Cole.
So Cole is not here. I'll give him 30 seconds just in case. But I'm pretty sure it's going to end in starting on 1.
Maybe he has his emails, like the notification, so he gets that, email notification. He goes, ooh. And then he looks on the page and goes, ooh, we got some Chargers.
Ooh, we have a lot of Chargers. We actually have Tomlinson currently in the vault, in the 1 and 4, in the Diamonds, in the Reps, and we have the triple sign Charger jersey and the can't miss jersey and mini. We have Charger headliners actually in pretty much every break right now, almost every break at the moment. A Charger headliner in there. So it's definitely very, very Charger friendly, the break room right now.
Oh.
Very Charger friendly. Ooh, that's cool. All right, let's spin the wheel here. There we go. Well, we got ourselves a very, very average wheel spin. Just for you, Dom. Chris Sale, 49.
Nice.
Chris Sale.
Rumors he might go to the Cubs.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, White Sox, Red Sox, Cubs. We'll go full circle.
Interesting question. A real sidebar. We're doing it for 30 seconds. Chris Sale, when he goes to the Hall of Fame, because he will be a Hall of Famer, which hat is he going to wear?
White Sox.
I think Red Sox.
Longer with the White Sox.
Yeah,
right?
but like, he hated being a White Sox
Does he
player.
like the Braves?
I'm sure he won a Cy Young.
Yeah. He should wear White Sox.
His 6 years with the, I mean, he really was more better. He was better with the White Sox, but
Yeah.
he did win the Cy Young with the Braves. We'll see. He'll get that one of those
White
caps.
Sox.
I like that.
White Sox. $49. Congratulations, Cole. Let's do a rundown, guys. And then we'll go till 9:30 no matter what. There's 34 of you guys watching right now. 34 of you guys watching. A break room loaded with headliners. No reason why we should sign off at 9:30. We're only signing off at 9:30 if the breaks are not close, if you guys aren't ordering. If the orders heat up, we'll go till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. We'll keep the party going. And what's great about the break room right now is I'm looking at our headliners. I'm looking at that board you walk past, Dom, and it's loaded. For example, in this practice squad, every single headliner is left. Every single box, 30 boxes. That includes, 12 photo headliners, guys. And a practice squad record, 9 authentics. So Josh Allen, the MVP, is on a jersey. Lawrence Taylor, defensive GOAT. You got to have one of those in your PC. Beautiful autograph. Greatest defensive player of all time. You don't have a PC till we have a Lawrence Taylor. So that's a jersey and a football. Marshall Faulk on that Colts salute to service is a rep. The rest of these names are authentics. You have 3 authentics in the NFC South. Drew Brees, Baker Mayfield, Bijan Robinson. 2 awesome quarterbacks and one of the best backs in the league. Ram fans, double up with maybe the best duo, 1-2 duo in the NFL at receivers. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua on my favorite current authentic in the game, the Rams. And you can double up, a little rivalry double up. Brian Urlacher, Jordan Love, the Ray Urlacher, the Packer standard, Get 2 lids for less than $100 in the practice squad double. Still got Bo Jackson. Earlier tonight, Dom, someone was asking about Bo Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Here he is, one of the best athletes Bo knows. And then we have all these secondary headliners too. Warren Sapp, Jordan Addison, Earl Campbell, 15 and 30 chance at a headliner in the practice squad. 9 and 30, almost a 1 in 3 chance at an authentic headliner. Diamonds, like I said earlier, 27 boxes left, 12 photoed headliners. Maybe the best defensive player in the league, Myles Garrett. Depoy, highest paid defensive player of all time. Future first ballot Hall of Famer, Myles Garrett. Ray Lewis, top 3 defensive player of all time for me on that Raven alternate most official tackles in NFL history, Ray Lewis. Lad McConkey, you and I said we've never seen that Charger helmet with that extra like black stripe, the black Charger, the black lightning strike for the great young receiver Lad McConkey, over 1,000 yards last year. Folks, he's just getting started. And maybe the coolest looking helmets in the break room, besides the Brady, the Saquon Barkley two-tone chrome speed flex, the green and the white with the green visor, the silver face mask, the offensive player of the year, the historic season last year, Saquon Barkley. When he's healthy, we're talking about a top 5 running back talent of all time. We have a Justin Jefferson, speaking of top 5 all time, number 1 all time in receiving yards per game. Beautiful purple speed flex. Jay Jetta's doubled that up with the Brett Favre in the NFC North. The gunslinger, the toughest son of a gun ever, Brett Favre.
Yes, sir.
Deion Sanders is an enigma. A rare case, Dom, where a player retires and becomes more famous. In the social media age, you know, him as a coach, all the stuff he does, his popularity is bigger than ever right now. And so was his autograph value, Deion Sanders.
I think people just respect that. Whatever he says, he backs it up. And at
He
first it
does.
comes off like, oh, Deion, he's cocky. But then he backs it up, so people respect that. And it's hard not to like Deion Sanders.
Someone told me, what has he done in Colorado? I'm like, well, they had 1 win before he got there. And 2 years later, they're at like 8, 9 wins and making bowl games.
I get in an argument all the time with my buddies. He's like, well, he really hasn't done anything. They won the conference? I go, they were 1-11, and not one person on the planet cared about Colorado football unless you went to the school. I know I was not watching Colorado football.
The kids that went to school there didn't care.
They didn't
were
care.
1-11.
Now there's buzz there. They won what? 8 games, 9 games last season? That's a major improvement. If you tell a coach anywhere goes to a 1-win program in his second year, they're 9-3, 9-4, whatever the record was, you say, hell of a job. But it's Deion Sanders, so of course it comes with haters. But hey, Deion Sanders, he thrives on the haters.
He loves the haters. So Bijan Robinson on that beautiful rave. Texas Longhorn. Future actor, wants to be an actor in the future. Speaking of guys that
Me too.
will be very famous post their playing career, no problem scouting him in an NFL movie. They'll have him do his own stunts, his own carries. It'll look natural, Doc. Bijan Robinson.
It's a Texas Longhorn. I'm sure Matthew McConaughey can,
All right.
yeah, throw a little.
So throw him a bone.
Maybe the True Detective next season have a little cameo.
I got one for you. 85 Bears. McConaughey is the coach. Bijan Robinson is Walter Payton.
The movie sounds terrible. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing that
I
garbage.
want to see that movie.
I'm not unless I'm casting some role in that movie.
Come on.
Can I
Good
be Buddy
evening.
Ryan?
Good evening, used to. No, says Bob. What's up, Bob? No, Buddy Ryan. God.
Just yell at people.
If him and Ditka could just be friends, could have been different in Chicago.
Right.
Anyway, LaDainian Tomlinson on that beautiful speed flex, the 06 NFL MVP, the fantasy guru, the number 1 fantasy guy I think of, LaDainian Tomlinson. The best lefty, Steve Young as well, guys. 3 secondary headliners, 15 and 27 chance at a headliner in the Diamonds. Vault. 4 Vaulties, including a 300 and a couple hundreds left. 16 boxes left, 6 headliners left. Derrick Henry, the best running back of his generation. Our offensive player of the year for this next year, Derrick Henry. Guy is different. They said he was slowing down. He's only getting faster, only getting better. His second best season ever was last year. And that was his first season in that new offense. Look out for Eater 2, Derrick Henry. You're not stopping him. And the problem is because Lamar can now pass, he can run. you can't load the box with 10 guys, which means that you're going to get run over and run past by Derrick Henry.
I showed you that crazy Uber driver told me he'd take the Ravens to win the Super Bowl next season.
I mean, I can see it.
You know, that's a sign. That's a sign.
Jamar Chase on that beautiful Bengal STS with that orange ink, a Triple Crown winner, Jamar Chase. Think about this. The Bengals could have paid him in the offseason last year. They didn't. The price tag went up.
Now they can't afford anyone else.
And now they can't get anyone else. Jamar Chase also, his autograph value going up with that historic season. George Kittle raved, the coolest tight end, maybe the best tight end in football. Edgerrin James on that salute to service. Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson again. Then a secondary headliner, Drake London. It's a 10 and 16 chance at a headliner, a secondary headliner, or a vault key. Get good rookie card, Chris, but the helmet is better. You always take the authentics over the cards. Definitely take the authentic helmets. Tyreek Hill on that rave. Let's not forget how good Tyreek Hill is. You know, he had an off year last year. 2 years ago, led the league in, touchdown catches, receiving yards, voted as #1 player in the league by his peers. Don't sleep on the cheetah. Warren Moon still out there on the STS. Tim Brown on that Notre Dame helmet. Heisman winner. Antonio Gates, not bad for a basketball player. Most receiving touchdowns ever by a tight end. Kurt Warner on the amp. Love that Rams amp. #1 all-time in playoff passing yards per game, Dom. Kurt Warner.
Yeah, I found that out when you told me, Kurt Warner.
It's a great stat.
That is a great stat.
And it's not going to be topped. It's going to be hard to top. Mahomes was ahead of him about 3 years ago, but it's changed recently.
Right, if you have one bad game, then that can knock you off the #1 spot.
Hines Ward on that beautiful rave. Speaking of playoffs, a former Super Bowl MVP. LaDainian Tomlinson on the slate. Then Devontae Adams on his new team. Very, very nice for that Ram helmet. Rodney Harrison, Steve Largent, secondary headliners. 9 and 14 chance at the reps. And yes, Chris, Pacers, I give them about a 40% chance to win the finals. They're up 2-1. They have a real chance. Yes, sir. We got ourselves the can't miss jersey and mini. We have so much good stuff in here. I'm actually shocked. 11 boxes left. We have a Josh Allen jersey, the MVP, maybe a future MVP, Joe Burrow on a mini. We got a Randy Moss, second most receiving touchdowns ever. Julius Peppers on the best looking jersey in the series, that beautiful Carolina blue. Michael Irvin for Cowboy fans, the Hall of Fame receiver. Then the Air Coryell triple sign jersey. We're looking at so much heat in there. That's Fouts, Joyner, and Winslow. Again, Josh Allen jersey, man. His auto's worth more than $400 alone. A customized, colorful jersey. We're talking this jersey's worth more than a lot of authentic helmets. In fact, most authentic helmets, Dom. And you get that for $45 in the can't miss. That is just ridiculous. MVP. Speaking of ridiculous, 1 in 4, 19 headliners total in 31 boxes. The secondary names are nuts, including the likes of LaDainian Tomlinson, Steve Young, Steve Carlton, Barry Larkin, Shaq, Jason Kidd, Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe, Mike Modano. But of course, it's the best one here. The Tom Brady Rip Speed Flex, Patriots, Bucks, and Michigan, worth $3,000 to $4,000. Get it for as little as $204 in the break room. The GOAT, Tom Brady on maybe the best Brady helmet I've ever seen. Michael Penix, the great lefty quarterback, the young star for the Falcons. We got the best shooter in the game, Steph Curry. We have Nikola Jokic, the best player in today's game. Mookie Betts, one of baseball's best. Hall of Famers galore. Chipper Jones for baseball. Karl Malone for basketball. Magic Johnson, him or Curry, the best point guard ever. That sick belt, The Undertaker. So 19 headliners total in 31 boxes, and it's a 1 in 4 chance to win in that break. Every spot you buy, 1 in 4 chance to win in the 1 in 4. So we have the vault one over earlier, the reps, the can't miss. That practice squad is all the headliners left. Jerseys still left include O.J. Simpson, Deebo Samuel, and Jamar Chase. Actually, Alex, while I see it, Emmett got pulled in the jerseys. Then we got ourselves in the diamond helmets. Again, guys, in case you just tuned in, Every single headliner is left. So many stunning helmets in here. Jay Jettas. Dom might hit the gritty if we pull this one tonight, Dom.
Maybe.
Maybe. He says maybe.
Depends how my back's feeling.
And then Saquon Barkley on the Chrome Flex. Cool on your Bo Nix, Ricky Johns. Come and hit some cool stuff in here. Ricky's hot. Ricky got the Emmitt Smith.
I'll hurdle if we pull the Saquon Barkley.
That's what Dom will do.
Yes.
That sounds better for your back than the gritty, Dom.
I got to stretch it out.
I got
I got to
you.
decompress. Yeah.
So, look, when you're hot, you don't leave the table, right? Ricky's hot. Ricky's got to get back in the break room. He is.
Ricky's in. He's in that practice squad.
He's in that practice squad?
Yes, he is.
So, Ricky. O'Neal Cruz did not get another at-bat, Dom, looks like. So, that's okay. Can't get them all. But O'Neal finally let me down tonight, Mr. Cruz. But WNBA tomorrow night will be good.
Start a new streak tomorrow with O'Neal.
That's right.
He's due.
He's due. So 32 of you guys watching. Plenty of eyeballs. Plenty of people here to make the breaks happen. I'm giving you guys 14 minutes until 9:30. I got to say, we are 6, 7, 8 in a bunch of spots, but we know very well, Dom. 4 or less is the magic number. As soon as someone gets in, puts us at from 7 down to 5, down to 4, the breaks explode. So there's plenty of time to change that narrative, guys. Get your spots. Let's keep the night going. 32. Like, if there was, 17 people watching or 13, I'd be like, it's over. We can't do this. 32. That's enough eyeballs, guys.
That's right.
To keep the party going. 32 of you. Let's get these breaks done tonight.
It ain't over till it's over.
Just like the Oilers, right? Down 3-0 in the first. Now it's 3-3 after 2 periods.
Quick, too.
Yeah. And no McDavid goals either.
Oh.
So the other
Has
guy's
he
getting it
scored
done.
this,
I don't think he scored this series. I know he got his over on his points the other day, though, because I had that. He had 2 assists. But I don't think he scored yet.
He's got an assist in this
McDavid.
game.
Bouchard with the 3 shots.
The Draisaitl 2 assists. Your
Okay.
guy, Kachuk, 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Darnell Nurse.
I mean, I'm kind of cheering for the Oilers in this game because I want 7 games in both.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, to answer Chris's question about the Pacers, again, Chris, they're up 2-1, and
Yeah, they got
it feels weird to think they're still a heavy underdog, but I think 40%'s a fair chance for them to win the finals, Dom.
What's the spread for the game?
5.5 for OKC again. The thing about this series is OKC, could rout them, but if it's a close game, the Pacers are so clutch that it's kind of hard to not pick them in a close game. So I feel like looking at that spread 5.5, you either bet OKC minus 5.5 or you just bet Pacer money line. The Thunder have had some really close games they've lost in the playoffs, and the Pacers have won all their close games.
Is that tomorrow?
That is tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be here. Have it on in the background, maybe.
My pick ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. I gotta think about it. I gotta think
call
about
him fourth quarter Tyrese Michael Jordan.
Right.
That's what he is in the fourth
Right.
quarter.
I gotta sleep on it. Maybe some days I'll just wake up and I feel like, okay, it's a Thunder day. I'll wake up and feel it's a Pacer day. So I gotta sleep on it. I got time. I don't want to make my pick.
Okay.
Probably Thunder.
I'll need some player props. That's what I need tomorrow. So we'll figure that out tomorrow. Dom.
Not Wiggins 3-pointers.
Okay.
Actually, maybe he will get it now because I won't take him.
I'm feeling Alex Caruso for
He
some
had a
reason.
pretty good game.
He's been good the whole series.
I know they lost, but he played pretty well
Yeah,
game 3.
Caruso. That's who I'm feeling. Former Bull Alex Caruso.
I think SGA, he did not have his best scoring game 3. Obviously, for them to win, they know they're going to have to put the ball in his hands plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
I think he scores a lot. I know it's probably going to be, 34.5, probably 35. I think he gets 40.
Okay. I mean, you don't bet against an MVP.
No.
It's hard to do that.
We got a couple in here, Steph Curry, Jokic.
Uh-huh.
You don't bet against those guys.
Magic as well.
Magic,
for
yeah.
basketball.
Good point, yeah. Magic.
Football MVPs galore. Brady won 3 of them. Josh Allen got the MVP last year in the can't miss.
Steve Young, 2-time MVP. Kurt Warner, 2-time MVP.
LaDainian Tomlinson in the Diamonds. Actually,
Brett Favre.
let's add up the MVPs in the Diamond series. So we have what?
Lawrence Taylor, the last defensive MVP.
Right, in the practice squad. So Favre got 3 MVPs.
Yes.
Steve Young got 2. Tomlinson got 1. So 6 MVPs here in this series.
That we know of.
Yes, but then D Boys Miles Garrett got one. Deion Sanders got one. Ray Lewis got two.
Yeah.
So we got ourselves 4 deep boys and 6 MVPs. And then offensive player of the year is probably crazy because I know Saquon has at least one. Jefferson has at least one. Tomlinson's got to have probably multiple. And then Steve Young and Favre probably have multiple as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Bijan Robinson, he's due for one.
Yeah, right? Grabbed another, let's get it, says Ricky. So what's Ricky getting into? The practice squad?
Mm-hmm. So far, it's just Ricky in that practice squad single.
Or is it 6 to go?
Yes, sir.
So 6 to go in this one. Get Ricky some help, guys. 6 to go in the practice squad single. So, yeah, a lot of... Man, this is a good series. 9 authentics in here. Bo Jackson, Jordan Love, Brian Urlacher, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Micah Parsons, Drew Brees, Baker Mayfield, Bijan Robinson. I mean, a lot of these authentic helmets, we're talking about $500, $600, $700, $800. I mean, this is what a lot of these high-end name authentics are worth. You know, $500 to $800, maybe even more. And you get them for less than $50, Tom.
Especially if you see a team, your favorite team, and you, like, for example, for me, Jordan Love, if I could get the starting quarterback of my favorite team for under $50, that's a no-brainer. Authentic helmet?
$49 a spot.
Yes,
to get in here.
$49, under $50 for an authentic helmet.
Like, for example, let's just say you buy out the break. You pay about $400. There's not an authentic helmet I'm looking at on this graphic that's not worth more than $400.
And when Jordan Love wins MVP this season, it's just going to go up.
Yeah. So, well, hold on. What? What?
What?
What did I just say yeah to?
When Jordan Love wins MVP this season, the value of that helmet just skyrockets.
Oh.
You're welcome, everybody. Take it now.
I'm not mad at that.
Look.
Yeah.
Look. Jordan Love is terrific. I'm a Bears fan. I'll say the Packers found their next quarterback. I will say, let me get that water tested that you're drinking. Is there something in there, Dom? Did you slip something in there, Alex?
Just some high quality. He did give me a little tropical lemonade. Tropical lemonade.
Yeah, there's something in that lemonade.
His odds, he's in the top 10 for the MVP odds. Jordan Love. He's probably 6th or 7th.
It's a custom jersey, Brett.
Yes.
Custom jersey, but again, a Josh Allen custom jersey, we're still looking at more than $500 in value. So that's worth more than most authentics.
8th. Not bad. Right behind Justin Herbert, in between Baker Mayfield. Bake Show.
Keep dreaming, Dom.
I'm putting a ticket on it. I'm gonna have a ticket on it.
You know, I had a hot take yesterday, and my original playoffs I picked, I had the Packers getting the 7th seed.
That troll. You're just trolling.
Then,
I know where this is going.
But then I hot take things. You know what I picked as my hot take to make the playoffs this year? Instead of the Packers.
The Bears.
The Cowboys.
Okay, I like that.
Micah Parsons on that Cowboy authentic.
You're really trying to get the Cowboy hater off you.
7 seed Dallas Cowboys. D-boy Micah Parsons. Offensive player of the year, maybe CD Lamb.
Possible.
Very cool.
We said the last time Dak was healthy.
And yeah, Brett, I'll give you the honest truth, Brett. This break room is all about what the customers want. Now, the licensed jerseys are worth a lot more than the custom jerseys. We put up a licensed jersey break for, what, $50 a spot? And nobody wanted it.
It's true.
So we offered the customers a chance to get licensed jerseys, but everyone wants the $28 jersey. Unfortunately, the licensed jerseys in the middle of busy season. We were doing 100 boxes a day.
Loaded series, too.
Loaded series with quarterback names. We were not selling out the licensed jerseys. So the jerseys in the break room are almost entirely custom. They're, ironically enough, probably the one place to get a licensed jersey right now is actually the 1 and 4.
Yeah, maybe hiding down in the
We see the 1 and 4 secondary headliners or and more section has the licensed jerseys. For example,
licensed hockey jerseys in there.
Yeah, licensed hockey jersey already in there. We have the Connor Bedard in there. But actually, Steve Young, LaDainian Tomlinson, these could be licensed jerseys in the 1 and 4. Yoon Hee Lim, you need Eagles? Come on, Yoon. Get in the break room right now. We have the best Eagle right now in the break room. The superstar Saquon Barkley Chrome Speed Flex that could be worth $1,500 to $2,000, Dom, to the right buyer. get this for as little as $96. If you need Eagles, you cannot beat a Chrome Speed Flex Saquon Barkley.
That's right.
I would sit here and argue that this is the best Eagle item you can get in the history of your life. Because all due respect to the Eagles, depends on how long he plays there, Dom. Earlier, I had a mini take that Deion Sanders is the best player ever to wear a Cowboy jersey. Emmett's being the best Cowboy ever because of the longevity. There has never been a better Eagle player than Saquon Barkley. Give me a better Eagle than Saquon.
Reggie White.
The second best Eagle of all time.
There you go.
Okay, but that's it, right? Like, there's not a better one. Reggie White or Saquon Barkley are the best, like, Eagle players ever.
Anytime that you're accompanied by Reggie White in any category.
Well,
That's
also,
awesome.
okay, let's be honest about Reggie White, though. Reggie White has passed away, and Reggie White autographs are almost non-existent. So I could probably go back to my previous statement. The best Eagle item you can get is a Saquon Chrome Flex because when the Chrome Flexes got invented, unfortunately, Reggie White had passed away already.
That's true.
So there's probably not a Chrome Speed Flex out there of Reggie White. So I can go back to my original statement and say the best Eagle item you can get in your life is a Saquon Barkley Chrome Speed Flex.
And just looking at that helmet aesthetically, the chrome, and I like how it fades to the silver at the bottom.
Oh, that's sick.
Beautiful.
That is sick for Saquon. And I think he's going to retire as an Eagle. I really do.
I think so.
Because, I mean, he won a Super Bowl. He broke records. I don't see why the Eagles would get rid of him. And I don't see why he would move on with that offensive line. Now, the O-line could get older, yes. But the Eagles know how to draft offensive line. I mean, they lost Jason Kelsey, and it seemed like they didn't skip a beat, Dom. So I think as long as that team's there, the offensive line is there, there's no reason why Saquon would leave Philadelphia. No reason why they would dump him. So, I don't know. Practice squad double or diamond double, what are we doing, says Kyle? I don't know, Kyle. Right now, nothing. Are you in? We always say, Dom, you got to make the first move. We have 28 people watching right now, Dom, and there's probably about at least 5 of you guys thinking the same thing Kyle's thinking. I'm going to jump in if someone else jumps in. You got to make the first move. I did say 9:30, Dom, and we're not close right now. So unless there's immediate orders coming in, we are hopping off here in a couple minutes. We're pretty much 1 or 2 spots bought in or no spots bought in to the breaks. We have 1 order coming in. Is it Kyle?
It's Ty in the practice squad single.
Okay. So it looks like practice squad single could be it.
Let's close it out, guys.
All right, so it's 9:28. I'm going to give them until 9:33. 5 minutes. Again, I said 9:30, so I'm already giving you guys 3 extra minutes to keep the night going. In 5 minutes, if this practice squad single is not at least 2 to go, we're hopping off, Tom. 3 spots in 5 minutes is realistic with all the headliners left. Like all of them. 9 authentics.
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk is the only replica as far as the helmets on this listing. So while we wait, let's talk about best hits of the show so far, at least. So far here. So Emmitt Smith is number 1, I think, no doubt.
Yeah.
Only speed flex tonight. Number 1 of the night, no doubt. This is where it gets interesting. It's my video. Brian Urlacher.
Fair enough.
Look, honestly, reps and authentics looks the same. I don't get caught up in the whole rep and authentic thing. It looks the same to me display-wise. I'm a Bears fan. Let's also be honest, Tom. How often do we have a chance to put a Bear as number 2 on the table? Not often. So that's my number 2. I'm going to respect the legend. Jim Kelly Authentic
Okay.
is my number 3. I love the Jim Kelly. And I'm going to preface this by saying if it was the Lions standard helmet, I would put Brian Thomas as 4. But this is the Lion alternate helmet, which I'm absolutely in love. Jameson Williams 4. Then Brian Thomas Jr. will be my number 5. What do you got for us?
I got the Brian Thomas, my number 2.
Okay, so devil's advocate.
I'm excited to see him next season.
Look at that.
I love the I love all the Jaguars helmets. I love their colors. Excuse me.
That's okay.
Badass looking helmet.
We'll allow it.
My number 3, Probably the Brian. Jim Kelly.
I knew you were going to go with Jim Kelly.
No, I love Jim Kelly. You know, the 4 straight Super Bowls. That's in him. I know you could say, oh, they didn't win anything. Going to the 4 straight Super Bowls is impressive. One of the most likable guys of all time. And you know what?
Yes, Urlacher.
I'll put Urlacher next because,
Thank you.
you know, I'm a big fan of Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, and they had a lot of respect for Brian Urlacher.
Thank
and
you.
we do play the Lions week 1, so we'll get the trash talk started early.
Thank you.
There we go.
J-Mo number 5. So, guys, some great hits here. Let's get that practice squad knocked out. I would like to do more breaks, but at least one more should happen. That practice squad single. Brand new series, guys, available in the break room. I have not done a box yet in the practice squad. 4 to go. I did say gotta be 2 to go by 9:33, though. So don't make it awkward. Let's get those next 2 knocked out quickly and the next 4 knocked out very quickly here, guys.
Ricky's already got 3 spots. Maybe, you know, if you want to see that break tonight, Ricky, you might have to.
Yeah. I also say, like, in my opinion, you could play with 3. You'll hear me say this all the time. I would play with 1, 2, or 4 usually is my advice for break spots. Just because if you're going to buy 5 or more, then you're already so invested, you might as well get all 8.
Exactly.
So 1, 2, 4, 8. My opinion on 3 spots is only, you might as well give yourself 50% chance to get 1 more. So you only play with 1 spot, you know, you profit the most if you win.
And practice squad, a good price point. I don't want to spend anyone's money, but $49, you can definitely afford to take another chance.
Yeah.
Practice squad.
So that's my personal recommendation. 1 spot, 2 spots, 4 spots, or 8 spots. That's what, depending on what you want, how much money you have to spend. But low-key, my favorite amount to play with personally is actually 4. So you have a 50% chance to win, and that way you can still possibly profit, Tom, if you win.
I like sometimes when they get the entire conference.
Yeah.
Just easier for me as the host. I'd be like, oh, you have the entire conference.
Yeah. I don't know. I like when people play with 4 spots. It's like a 50-50, like a risk to win.
Yeah,
right?
I've been watching the show on Netflix, Tires. It's a comedy, and one of the big things is about taking risks. It's like starting it's the business. You know, the guy wants to like take the business somewhere else, and he talks about you got to take risk, right? And he asked the guy like, I had 13 shops all over the world. Now I have 2,300. He goes, well, how'd you get 2,300 shops? He goes, risks.
Risks, man, baby.
Got to be able to take the risk. Julian's in the double. Yes, you are, Julian.
Yes, Julian.
I will say this, Julian. If you're going to be asked to be put in the single, you might want to ask to do that quick.
Like right now, quick, because we're 3 spots to go, my man. So 3 spots to go. That will happen, looks like, Dom.
2 spots to go now.
I think it's too late then. Yeah, I think it's going to be too late from Julian. 2 spots to go. So let's get that closed up. He says, all good. There you go, says Ricky. There you go, indeed.
2 to go, guys. Let's close it. Let's do it.
So here's that link, that single. This is likely the last break of the night. Again, if you guys want to keep going, we'll keep going. But given that we're mostly open.
I got good news for Ricky.
Are we ready?
We're ready. I'm going to get this ready for you.
Let's
Daniel
go.
Says, I'll take those last 2 spots.
Thank you, guys. So practice squad single coming up. Single and ready to mingle here.
Get this ready.
Go ahead and drop me a box number, guys. We're talking about practice. Not the game. We're talking about practice.
The only AI I trust.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ty Percival with 11, Mr. Gift Card Ty. How about the Pacers last night, Ty Percival? Nobody happier than Ty last night. He was pumped. That gift card amount getting bigger and bigger. Actually, low-key now, Dom, not even joking. Like, Ty's biggest concern right now is the Pacers winning too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
If they could get game 4.
that would be the crazy outcome
Yeah.
if the Pacers win in 5.
Yeah. So, 11, Alex. Box 11.
We need to get Ty one of those like Syracuse UConn overtime games, 6 overtimes, a lot of threes.
Oh, that was iconic. That was absolutely iconic. My friend and I bet on that game against each other, and I think I lost.
Uh-huh.
'Cause who won the game?
Didn't Cuse win it? Didn't Syracuse end up winning that game?
Yeah, I think I had UConn.
Okay.
So
I was still in grammar school for that game, and then my mom went on vacation, so I was at my dad's house staying by my pops. And me and him watched that entire game, and it was a very late game. So the next day I wake up for school, and I'm like, I'm tired out from that game. I can't go to school. And he goes, that's fair. Well, I get a phone. Well, he actually gets a phone call from my mom maybe like an hour later, screaming. I got a phone call from school saying that he did not go. And my dad's like, well, it was 6 overtimes last night. He's tired. I can't help that.
can I ask a question? It's a little inappropriate.
What's up?
Can I'll ask it. It's late.
You're fine.
Is that why they're no longer married?
No, they were divorced. They were divorced by then. They were divorced by then.
Because I know his parents are divorced.
No, they were.
I was like, the 6 overtime game.
Damn, Johnny
ended
Flynn.
The marriage.
Johnny Flynn ruined my parents' marriage. Johnny Flynn. Damn
I'm
him.
sorry, Dom. I wanted to ask you immediately. I'm like, should I? I'll ask.
Nah, you're good. They were divorced before that. You're all good. You're okay.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, Jay-Z lost $1 million on OKC in 5. You see that, Dom?
Really?
I feel bad about my $25 parlay I lost. Jay-Z bet $1 million on Thunder in 5.
He's never gonna financially recover from that.
Never. I was at that game, says Bob. Of course.
At the Garden.
Bob Boulay. That's epic, man. Must have been a classic game to be at for sure. All right, 8 clicks. That was funny. 8 clicks. All right.
It's the part where my mom turns off the show.
I was going to say, yes, if your mom is watching, she's like, oh.
Thanks, Kamen.
Yeah.
No, not that game. More Grand Theft Auto 3 had something to do with it.
I'm with Mama Pellegrini. Because better odds Mama's watching than Dad. Right? Or...
Pops watches sometime. He came in the comment one time when I gave him a bad
He did.
bad Jordan
Okay.
Love play, and he was not happy.
Well, I'm with what everyone is watching. I see both sides of the story, Dom. I can sympathize with both sides. Kyle Dissler has the NFC North. Daniel Baldino has the NFC South. Ricky Johns has the NFC East. We have Ty Percival NFC West. Ricky Johns AFC North. Ricky AFC South and East. And Daniel Baldino AFC West. The National and Rosemont, Jim Boeheim and Jim Calhoun will be signing. How
Perfect.
about that?
I can confront them for breaking up my parents' marriage.
Yes. The perfect time.
Whatever happened now, they raised a hell of a
Yeah, thank you.
What is the inscription? You broke up my parents' marriage. That's what you got to get the dual side basketball.
Now that's a cool inscription.
right.
That's rare.
Oh,
That's a
man.
one-on-one.
All right, the first box in the practice squad. You say, show me the money, Jerry. I say, show me the mini Kamen. We got an Eagle mini. Oh, I'm getting tired of this Super Bowl champion thing just because as a Chief fan, of course. Just you guys see me wearing the Bolton jersey. CJ Gardner-Johnson on the Super Bowl mini for the Eagles. Very, very nice right there. Still hot in the break room. Ricky Johns in the NFC East.
There you go, Ricky.
Congrats, Ricky. CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Break doesn't happen without Ricky.
You know, I'm very curious to see what happens with the Eagles this year because obviously you look at the key pieces, right? You look at Jalen Hurts, you look at Saquon Barkley, you look at obviously, Saquon in that Diamond series, A.J. Brown, Jalen Carter, but, losing guys like CJ Gardner-Johnson, obviously Darius Slay, sometimes those championship teams are built on some of the role players. So curious to see if the Eagles take a step back because last time they played in the Super Bowl, the year after took a step back.
That is the one negative. You lose those good players that you have on your team. But the Eagles, they do a pretty good job of replacing those good players. Howie Roseman, one of the best general managers in football. I think the Eagles will be just fine. Hopefully not Week 10 against my Packers on Monday Night Football.
Well, hopefully, I don't know what week it is, but there's a Chief Eagle rematch this year.
Week 2, I believe.
Is it week 2?
I think it's week 2.
Okay, so that's going to... Oh, boy, it's going to be a stressful
Eagles'
game.
schedule is brutal this season. I know the Chiefs have a brutal schedule as well, but...
The Chiefs always play the Bills and Eagles somehow. Always.
Well,
It
the
always
NFL
happens.
It's kind of like the Patriots and the Colts, the Brady Manning. It's like,
Yeah.
they weren't
Allen
really
Mahomes.
division rivals, but the NFL knew, like, we're putting these two teams
Yeah.
against each other every year. The Eagles' schedule, Cowboys, week 1, at Arrowhead. The Rams are... I think you haven't won the NFC, correct? The Rams?
Rams Chiefs Super Bowl is my pick.
At Tampa. They struggle at Tampa. Tampa Bay plays well against Philadelphia.
Tampa beat the Lions last year, too.
Denver. Their first easy game, and I say easy now. You never know how the season goes. Maybe Jackson Dart is, phenomenal.
Easy game.
They play the Giants.
Come on.
Then they
Easy
play
game.
Minnesota in Minnesota.
Okay.
Then the Giants again. Then November 10th against the Packers. Then the Lions. Then in Dallas, easy one against the Bears. Then in
Excuse
LA,
me.
Raiders. In Washington, in Buffalo, and then the Commanders to close out the season. That's a brutal schedule. There's only
Really, really hard schedule.
There's only
the
what?
Giants cupcakes, the 2 Giants games.
Bears.
The 2 Giants games. That Super Bowl doesn't exist in my mind. I agree, Kyle Disler. Let's just wipe. You know what, actually, Kyle? Let's get rid of the first 3 quarters and pretend that fourth quarter is the only part of that Super Bowl.
Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy, baby. First and second, good day, says Ricky Johns. Absolutely, man.
They had a photo. It was Mahomes talking to Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Rasheed Rice on the sidelines, and it was.
We'll be back.
Whew,
It will be back.
might get scary in Arrowhead.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Nothing like the all-time greats, like Michael Jordan, Lionel Messi, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, got that sick helmet. They feed off, like, the bad moments.
Yep.
Actually, Brady, last moment as a Patriot, the pick in the playoffs, comes back with the Bucks, dominates.
Mm-hmm.
So the all-time greats have a way to come back and beat you, man. They do.
We were just quoting, we're talking about JC, but to quote him, allow me to reintroduce myself. Tom Brady did that with Tampa Bay. Oh, I'm washed up. Patriots want to get rid of me. 6 months later, here's my Super Bowl ring. Patrick Mahomes, everyone's sleeping on him. Did not make the Pro Bowl last season. Everyone can make their joke about the Pro Bowl. And granted, he was not going to play in that game, whether he was elected or not. But still, it's like, I don't get elected to that? You think Burrow, you think Josh Allen, you think Lamar Jackson are better than me?
Oh, yeah.
All-time greats, they don't like that. Michael
No,
Jordan
I mean,
takes that personally. Mahomes can take that personally.
I mean, Michael Jordan took the MVP. Then Malone got a 97. Came back and got a 98.
I mean, that's how
Karl
good.
Malone in the 1 and 4.
But that goes to show how good those guys in the can't miss jersey and minis are. Josh Allen and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, guys, Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, 11 boxes left in those jerseys and minis, not chasing them. Mahomes, by the way, my MVP pick for next year.
Mahomes, okay.
Yeah, 40 touchdowns, 5,000 plus yards. And I think he's like 4th, I think, in the odds.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like Allen, Jackson, Burrow, Mahomes.
He's really like third. Him and Burrow tied.
Tied?
Yeah. Jordan Love.
Burrow's defense just not going to keep him in that race.
That's the problem. I'm scared if the Bengals. Like Burrow's season last year, statistically,
The best.
it's
Stats-wise.
MVP worthy.
Yeah.
But if the team doesn't make the postseason again, it's
Tough.
doesn't matter.
So, guys, I think this will just about do it for tonight. If you are getting the credit card out, any last-minute orders, you want to say, hey, Kamen, I'm going to buy 5 spots in this break. I'm going to buy all 8 spots. Let me know, and I'll stay on a little bit longer for you guys. But otherwise, 7 to go in the practice squad, 8 to go in the diamond quad, 7 in the double. We have 8 and 7 in the vault, 8 in the reps, 7 in the can't miss. 1 and 4 is 4, but it's a 4-spot break, the single being 3 away. So actually, currently, Dom, we have knocked out no spots, only 1 spot in the break. So this is pretty much the wrapping point. Again, if you are getting the credit card out, holler at me real quick. I'll stay on a little bit longer, but otherwise, this will just about do it. Went over Emmitt Smith's our top hit tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones are all close. Get your final thoughts on tonight's show, man.
No, awesome show. Thank you for Alex for being the associate producer. Amazing job, buddy.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you as well.
background.
Another great job for me. You know that.
Yeah.
I'll
appreciate
see
it,
you
Dom.
guys tomorrow here in the break room.
We'll
Looking
do this thing again.
yeah, let's do it again.
Friday night should be a busy show. Yeah, great job, Alex, obviously in the background. A great job to Dom, as always. A good job to the customers. You guys made it fun. Again, I'll say the same thing I said a couple nights ago. We got a single, maybe a double. Let's go for a home run tomorrow night. A lot of great ratios, a lot of great headliners. We should have a busy, busy night tomorrow night. Challenge you guys, bring your paychecks. We get paid, I think, tomorrow as well, Dom. So hopefully you guys get paid as well. We should have a fun show.
I'm gonna try to get that Jordan
tomorrow
Love
night.
practice squad.
Right. You can't play.
Damn it.
You're not allowed to play, Dom. I'm
Damn.
sorry.
Well, someone better win this.
I know. Otherwise, how about this? If it's not gone by next Wednesday, you can keep it.
Fair enough.
All right. That's a fair number.
You heard that, Matt?
You hear that?
Yeah.
You hear that, Matt? Done.
Matt's like, sure,
I got
yeah.
the veto power. Don't you get in here, Matt.
Matt's like, yeah, okay.
Okay, Kamen. So great job, everybody. Dom and I back tomorrow at 6. All our shows every single day, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Central Time on the Ultimate Autographs YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook channels. Get those orders at ultimateautographs.com. Friday nights, midnight show, UA After Dark with Robbie and Alex here. So that is tomorrow night as well. So actually, we say 4 shows a day, 5 shows tomorrow. So it's going to be, technically it's the next day, but
Saturday.
yeah, Saturday. 5 shows on Saturday.
I counted Friday.
Yeah, so should be a lot of fun, guys.
Friday somewhere.
Yeah, Friday somewhere. Have a great night, and we will see you guys soon.